What's happening, Mikey? That's New York music, Mikey. It's John Coltrane, Central Park West. I'm playing with this comic book sector theme while I wait for YM.
You're not niggas. You're not niggas. You're not niggas.
For you, the first official cover. How hot is this mic, though? I wonder. Let me check this out. This. Oh, I see. That's pretty loud. So I didn't get to see Smoke Show. I just came at the end when you guys was arguing. Yeah, I feel like I need music all the time. I just end up being a DJ up here. Just in the background, low. I don't like the silence. I got a new mic on my headset, and I don't like it. Two in my face here. Check this out, man.
Now I'm craving your body. Is this real? Temperatures rising. I don't wanna feel I'm in the wrong place to be real. Whoa, and I'm longing to love you just for a night. Kissing and hugging and holding you tight. Please let me love you with all my might. Reasons, the
I don't really know who's mad at who in the
reasons
sector. I ain't really been paying attention.
the reasons that we fear, I
Turn it down
feel
too.
won't disappear.
I don't know who mad at who or who doesn't show up to whose show. I know Photon's chat was dead. Oh, that's you. You stole my avatar. Why you muted? Watch this, watch this. See that? I can't unmute you. Yeah, ain't that nice? Oh, you didn't do that? Oh, okay, okay. I think when I made your speaker, I put an avatar in there. You can change it. No, you're backstage. You want to change your avatar? Okay, let me go check it out. Yeah, that's when I was creating the speaker. So you came in on your speaker account. Yeah, you did. Okay, okay. Now I'll add you. Why you want to be anonymous? There you go. Yeah, that. Oh, you're still connected and talking. Oh, now you're gone. But you're still online. You're still on the screen. That's unbeautiful. Let me fix your avatar. Make you round. And where am I? I'm on the screen too, in the background.
Hello? Are you there?
Oh, there you are. Again. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I see your blank avatar messing up my beautiful background. It should be something there.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to put an avatar in.
Hmm. You didn't like the one that was there?
Not really. It was
Yeah,
alright.
yeah. It was alright. I didn't want to take your art because I thought you might give me a strike.
Mm-hmm.
I was unsure. Is that music loud?
I can't hear anything at all.
Oh, really?
We're
That's good.
backstage, right?
No, you're on stage now.
Oh, okay.
It should have.
No,
It should have. It didn't tell. It didn't tell you.
no.
Let me take you out. Put you back on again. Now you're backstage. I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on. Did it tell you?
Oh, okay. Now, well, maybe I didn't notice it, but now
Oh,
it said you are on stage.
yeah, there you go. Did you see where I tried to unmute you and it asked you if I could unmute you?
Yeah, that was cool.
That's nice. Then.
I
And
don't hear
private
Earth, Wind, and
chats.
Fire. I don't hear Earth, Wind, and Fire.
You feel left out?
What
Yeah.
happened
Why
to
don't
the...
you hear Earth, Wind, and Fire? I wonder why you don't hear it. I think
Mm.
maybe you have but you can hear me, so you can hear the on-stage feed. There's an on-stage feed button and there's an off-stage feed where you can listen to both.
Oh. Hmm.
You should be able to hear the music I put
That's
on.
okay.
Yeah. So what was y'all arguing about? I didn't get to hear. I was listening to Photon and Star and Alan for a while,
It was very
and then
silly. I was on the panel. I guess I happened to be there after Al, and
mhm.
he felt like that was very suspicious, like there was some kind of mumbo jumbo about that. And he
Suspicious.
started saying, "Well, I heard YN did this, and I heard YN said that." So that kind of annoyed me. So I got on the panel to say what was true and what wasn't. But that devolved into a lot of talking over each other.
Oh, you guys, I didn't get to hear any of that part. You guys sounded friendly when I was listening. Very
Well,
friendly,
it had
actually.
that tone. It had that tone for the whole thing.
Mm, yeah. He's still doing the I don't know you guys thing,
Yeah.
but he has a sector history.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
every show I pull up, Al is on there on the panel.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know, I don't press him on it because I halfway think maybe he doesn't know that he was here before.
I was kind of thinking that as well. I mentioned that to Spot him. I thought, well, maybe he is losing some faculties, but he's not that old.
It's not
But
an age thing.
I know, age is not a thing, but that's just a thought that occurs to me. He's not that old,
Because
but
it
maybe there
seems
is
like,
something going on. Maybe there's something.
yeah,
I don't know.
it seems like sometimes he really doesn't know. But then later on in the same show, he'll say something to let you know that he does know. So it's like, which one is
Mhm.
it? Or is he just trolling?
Yeah.
Because I remember him,
Well,
we were just listening to the show of him talking about you 3 years ago. Like, that's a long time ago.
right, right.
Same comments. You're famous. The most
I should
popular.
leave. I should leave him
Hmm?
alone. I should leave him alone and not
Mm,
argue with him.
yeah. Just be nice.
No, I would just rather be nothing with him.
He's going to keep on talking about you, though.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He's done that before.
Mm. So you getting more comfortable with your panel hopping?
Um, somewhat, somewhat.
Yeah. You just like Sparta. All these non-committal answers.
What?
It's just like Sparta.
Huh?
Sparta does the same exact thing. Non-committal answers.
Well,
So
I'll
if
have to pay attention to that. I don't
so
remember.
if played back for the FBI, you can't tell which direction he really went. Interesting. Is interesting a positive or is that a negative? Which one?
That's only one thing he does. He only does the
Mm,
interesting remark. I can't
mm,
think of another non-committal response he gives.
mm. Yeah, he's the same. He's reserving his position.
Oh, I definitely do that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just said.
I was agreeing. That's something I
Mm,
definitely do.
mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, the Josephine accusation is still there, I see.
What do you mean?
And
Joe's
that
little.
you guys are the same person. I haven't
Oh,
even
yeah.
caught up. I was supposed to look at the community wall, I think, I haven't been watching much. I've been studying, but I want to catch up with what I missed. I wish somebody would just review it all. I went to Photon to hear what I missed, but he was in hater mode, so didn't get a chance to really hear anything other than disdain. And that happens from time to time.
Yeah,
Him
I
just
just, that's a
in hater
person
mode.
I don't understand, and it's not for me to understand him.
Yeah, he gets in that mode. We observe it. The people that have been around for a long time, we observe it. Like when he gets in that mode, we just fall back and come back later.
Mm.
But it's
I
it's
get it.
always the same time of year, actually. So,
Mm-mm-mm. I was getting ready to tell you something.
what you gonna tell me?
Oh, you were showing that
you-
clip from School Days.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no, no. I was just thinking aloud. What was it? When they face off at the McDonald's. That's such a
Yeah.
good scene.
That is a great scene. Yeah. Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson was in every one of his early movies.
Mm-hmm.
And what this is, all right, I have you added here. If I change scenes, are you still added there? Let me see.
You're not niggas. You're not niggas. You're not niggas.
This is how you like my new comic book theme.
It looks cool.
Yeah, on the phone it looks great. Kind of leave space at the top for the header, the phone percentage, and everything. That's why it's got the black bar at the top.
Do you read comic books, JJ?
Now, no, I did when I was young, but I don't read comic books now.
Okay.
Do you?
I do occasionally.
Real books or online stuff?
Actual physical comic books and graphic novels.
Yeah, I used to collect them a long time ago. But just the theme of it. I'm trying to find a theme, different vertical themes for content. But Google's making it difficult. With that, their own overlays kind of overshadows. So all my first designs had the chat on the screen, but it doesn't really work if you got the chat on the screen.
I can't even see the chat at all.
Yeah, I got it turned off the screen because the application on the phone puts the chat on the screen too.
Oh,
So
okay.
you end up with double chat on the screen, and it can get crowded. And but I'm gonna move back to after I get the vertical thing straight. I'm gonna move back to regular landscape. There's not much to do with landscape though.
What do you mean not much to do?
It's all kind of, everything is already kind of set for that. So all the templates and everything you would use is already set for widescreen 16:9.
Oh,
But 9:16, you got to create stuff in 9:16. I think there's just way more space in 9:16 than there is in 16:9. Way more things you can do with it. You just got to make it custom. Everything has to be made.
seems like the same to me. If I'm making something in Adobe Illustrator, I usually use landscape because I don't know why I think there's more room that way, but it's the same.
Well, I
I guess
mean,
it depends on what you're creating.
composition wise, it's like if you look at the phone, if I put a landscape video up, for example, let me see here in this give me a video. What was I just watching the other day? Too many old things.
This must be the most
landscape.
boring live stream on earth.
You know, that was actually gonna be the name of the show, is The Boring Show. I was watching was it
And
Brother
that's
of a Certain
not
Age
shade
show.
to you. That's not shade to you.
No, I don't take it that way at all. But
Okay.
I was watching Brother of a Certain Age panel, and I was thinking, this is like the most boring shit ever. And I was thinking, the only thing that'd be more boring is if I joined the panel. Then it would be like the most boring, monotonous, even keeled kind of show in the sector. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not trying to be exciting. To be exciting, you gotta be a little crazy. And I'm kind of normal. So that's kind of why I'm a producer in the back. Is I'm not dancing and singing. Hey, look at me. But we can be crazy if we want to be. I guess we can play crazy, write it out. I'll just use my Stefan video. How about this? Okay. And
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance.
You love me? Ha! Really? Ha! You find me pretty? Ha!
Playing Reasons because that's one of my most favorite albums of my whole life.
Yeah, I know.
I consider that my birth album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire was like that's a special group, special time. They don't make music like that anymore.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I actually have that album, the actual album, the
Yeah.
vinyl. Hmm.
You still play it?
I don't have a record player,
What?
unfortunately.
What the?
I've been thinking about
Oh,
getting one.
you don't have a record player?
I don't.
Oh,
I have my favorite albums though, but I don't really get to play them yet.
well, that's terrible. Because it's different, digital and vinyl, so sounds different. I mean, maybe not for you. You're a robot, but it actually feels warmer off the vinyl. If you got a stereo, you have a stereo system.
You don't need to insult me, JJ.
I'm not. Where did I insult you?
Why are you calling me robot?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Because when you said this could be taken a couple ways, are you offended by the robot thing? I
It
thought you
depends
made that
on
up.
it was an inside joke that went bad, but it depends on who says it and how they're saying it and why.
Did the robot thing come from you?
Yeah, it's kind of an
Okay.
inside joke where I was mocking somebody in the sector.
Oh, and it just stuck to you afterward.
Yep.
Ah, I never knew that. I thought the robot was your own reference
No,
to
no,
yourself.
no.
Oh, so now I understand. What's the inside joke?
I don't want to get into it. But I did make a video about it and it was very funny back then.
Oh, oh. I don't know. I don't get your notifications for anything.
Oh, this was a while
Subscribe.
ago. I don't even
Unsubscribe.
think I doubt that you were subscribed to me back then. This was a while
Really?
ago.
Oh,
Mhm.
probably. I think I have an archive of your channel from a long time ago though.
Hmm.
A long time ago.
Well, the video might be in there.
Was it when you first started making videos?
Hmm. Probably the second wave of videos. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably have it back there in the closet in the archive. I got in trouble at Photon's show because Eyes is up there lying. I used to think that Eyes was when I used to go to her show that when she would get behind in the chat and she would misinterpret what everybody was saying. I used to think that she was just misinterpreting because she was late. But no, I think she just misinterprets what she sees and hears.
Why you
And
say that?
because of
I
everything she said about what happened at my live stream was untrue. It was all skewed a little bit at the end, so it made it into something different. And
At which
all of
live
my
stream?
well, exactly. I've only had one live stream where we looked at a video, and I was really just demoing how you could look at a live stream from the chat. And she's
Mhm.
saying that all of my live streams are me streaming other people's shows and they're
Oh.
streaming their chats because I'm nosy. Really?
Oh.
And I asked, I know what she's upset about. I asked a question to Divine about the body, about as a woman, knowing that you could like put a camera on your feet and pour mustard on your feet and get viewers. Like, what is it that stops you from putting your body on the screen just to get, viewers and money? And I took offense to that because she knows that what she's doing is thirst trapping. Even though it
Well,
wasn't about Eyes, it was just a question in general that was inspired by what Eyes was doing. But that was just a question I had, like, what stops you from, from doing that? And She took offense to that question.
Did y'all talk together, or maybe
Who?
the misunderstanding could be worked out? I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing to work out. It's just information. It's just not like we don't, we're not in a situation where we got to work together or something. Just talking.
Well,
I don't really try to work stuff out with people. I'm not that. Like,
yeah, I noticed.
you know that. I don't do apologies. I don't accept apologies. I don't try to work. Everything is what it is. I mean, just
Yeah, you
information.
don't.
So
I don't
no,
understand that, but that's how you are.
no. I mean, the apology is a promise. The promise about a future behavior. Like, and it's like after something happens, like you don't have to promise me it won't happen again because I know it won't happen again because we'll never be in that same position again. So
Hmm.
there's no need for the promise about the future. You know, that's the way I see it. So people show you what they show you, what they understand, what they don't understand, and that's just the truth. You don't have to attach any hope to it or anything. It's just what it is. What it is. I don't waste a lot of time with you know. I mean, if I did something wrong, I'll definitely say something about it. I'll apologize to people, but the impact of somebody apologizing to me is like you can skip it. People
More
go in circles,
pessimism.
huh? It's
More
not pessimism.
pessimism.
Yeah, it's not pessimism. Who did I tell that to? Optimism is what happens upstairs in the house that was created by a realist. You know, that's what the people in the protected household do. They're optimistic, but you know, I'm just looking at the world as it is. I'm not putting any projecting anything onto it. And so
Hmm.
I hope for the best, and I want the best and everything. But I'm not gonna lie to myself. If it's raining outside, I'm gonna get wet. Period. It doesn't matter if I hope not to get wet. I'm gonna get wet. So I prepare to be wet.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel really blah with that,
With what?
with what you just said. It just
You feel
feels
blah.
very, yeah, it feels
Outside
like
yourself. Mm.
deflating.
Really? Why?
Yeah,
I guess I could
because
understand it. I could understand that.
it feels
I could understand it.
deflating because it's like,
Yeah.
well, to me, an apology isn't about what is going to happen in the future. It's about taking accountability for what you've done and then making a plan to work on yourself.
That's about the
It
future though,
doesn't
right?
mean it's guaranteed, but
Hmm. But it is about the
it's
future though, right?
something, yeah,
Hmm.
because why
That's what's
not think about the future? Why not work towards something?
I mean, that's all that there is, right? So it's like this moment is what happened in the past and then there's the future. So if somebody's apologizing, it's most certainly about the future. And I'm not talking about like little things like, oh, I'm sorry I stepped on your shoe or something like that. That's not really an apology. That's like just, I'm talking about bigger things like character things or material things or,
Mhm.
bigger issues. And, but I like the reference to the inflation and deflation. That's good. Because you say it's deflating. So it was inflated
Mhm.
with what?
Energy.
Energy or just hot air?
Energy.
And hot air is energy too, right?
No.
Mm. Nah, it's just, I mean, people come to their own like models for how to look at stuff over time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
found that
true.
to be
That's true.
effective. Yeah. Effective for me is like to don't even don't even bother with it. Just keep going. But I want to call the show the boring show. I want it to be like and I want it to be intentionally like as low key as possible and as like as many calm monotone voices as possible. It's like a very very slow music, just a calm all the way down and like real life. The most exciting shows are what? the excitement that comes from people arguing with each other. I can't really. I don't get
No,
off on our people arguing.
not
Just can't.
necessarily.
I mean, I'm talking about I just can't. I can't like listen. I hit mute a lot when people are arguing, and I'll just be chatting.
I
And
just bounce in
but
and out of rooms or just
hmm
go do something else in the house and then
yeah,
come back to see has the conversation shifted? Has it changed?
yeah. I got a bunch of windows open at the same time. I got the chats are popped out, so I could just mute the sound and continue doing whatever else I was working on till I come back. And whenever I hit the unmute button, I hear Photon again talking shit. And that's Photon's method. That you hit his link is to talk shit about the person.
Mm-hmm.
Make up some lie, but funny
It
to a degree.
works.
I guess it used to. I don't know if it does anymore. I think people all know about it now, so it becomes like a trolling back to not hit the link. And I don't hit StreamYard links anyway. I'm too good for that.
What do you mean
EV
by
Mux
that? Too
only.
good.
I mean EV
Oh,
Mux only.
oh Lord.
And dirty up my computer with a StreamYard link. I break my computer. Overpriced, $44. For what? I'm seeing
Why
more
are
people
you
switch over.
experimenting with this EV Mux anyway? Like, what's the point of it?
Experimenting.
Or whatever it is you're doing?
Why am I using it? Same reason I used StreamYard before, or EV Mux.
No, you're not just using it just to use it. It seems like you're trying to see what does it do. Like you're finding all the boundaries of it.
Well, I mean, I kind of know what it does. It's the same as OBS, but it's like whenever I pick up a new piece of software or hardware, I go through all of everything it can do. I want to know
Okay.
what I can do with it. So that's why my email and phone calls are from people asking me how to do stuff, and
Hmm.
all I'm really doing
Okay.
is going through the options for how to do everything with it. But I'm really finding that I'm using OBS less. I'm having to not actually use OBS, and that's good for me because I don't have to worry about the bandwidth going out. So when I put my true crime content up, and I do my NBA content and other content, or if I want to produce somebody else's show, that's now possible. And that kind of is my angle with EVMux is I found out I can now produce other people's shows. So I need to know
Oh, okay. So that's the
everything
goal.
about it. Hmm?
Is that the goal to produce other people's shows?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So to be able to produce another person's show, you got to know everything about the arrangement, and that wasn't possible with StreamYard. You just have to, do it like normal. But when you start going live, you'll see what I'm talking about with the YM show.
Hawaiian
So
show.
I need another symbol for you. So if the robot is not YM, then what can I use for your symbol? The robot has been you for years. I need something else now. And I don't want to use any of your artwork because you might flip,
Just
strike me
Hawaiian and
out.
it's fine. I don't have
Huh?
any yeah, I don't have any anthropomorphic idea.
Mm.
Just a Y and an M is fine.
Nah, I disagree.
For real.
I figure out something. Something to do with Spot'em. I think you and
Spot 'em.
Spot'em are brother and sister. Or you're working together, Stargate style. They might be working together.
Or
They're
we're
working
related.
together. You're related. I bet they're both black, African ancestry, Nigerian, Igbo. Me and Spot'em are both Igbo.
See, I didn't even know that until recently.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, you're not creepy enough. Get all the details. Like spooked out. I like that the people who make live shows and get on stage are creeped out that people watch the show. Like, what is it? You guys watching
I've been
us? Yeah,
finding that, yeah.
yeah, we're
Um,
watching you. You're on stage. We're looking at you, and we're talking about it and recording it
I
and
think
everything.
for some people, YouTube is not just like TV.
Uh,
I know,
that's
like
crazy.
when Rev G talks about YouTube, it's like he talks about it as if it's people in a neighborhood. Like, oh, I don't know
Oh,
you. Why are you talking about me?
uh,
But he doesn't realize like we're watching a show. We're listening to a show.
yeah.
That's why.
They don't understand the chat. Like the chat, we don't really like we know you, but we don't really know you, or we know you, but you don't know us. So we've been looking at y'all for years, and we know everything that you said, but you don't know us at all. You just know a little bit of something in the chat, and I think they get flustered. I think by people just speaking about. I guess it'd be the same way if the newscasters on TV could see the audience talking.
I've thought
You know,
about that.
it probably freaked them out too.
I've thought about
Yes.
that like with movie stars. Like, can a movie
Mm,
star get upset if there's some fans that feel disgruntled about what they do or some fans that might not like something and they complain?
mm.
Don't all people who are up on a stage or in front of someone else, don't they realize that there's people out there with their own opinions about them? I mean, that's what
Yeah.
YouTube is.
Except at least with dramas and stuff, it's they're playing the character. It's not them, the person. With these people, this is them, the person. This is like so people are judging, their lives, I guess. And I think that what I've seen is that the patience goes up with monetization. Like when they're unmonetized, they're way more sensitive.
Mm,
But if they're getting paid for it, it's almost like they can take it because the check it makes everything okay. But
mm.
unmonetized criticism, I think people get upset. You know, like with the eyes situation again, the getting 25,000 views. What's the significance of it if you're unmonetized? I mean, I don't know. What's the? I mean, I got 50,000 views on videos, 40,000 views on videos. I'm like, it doesn't matter because it's like Google gets all the money. I mean, they love it. Google loves it. They get to keep all of the revenue, but
Mhm.
it doesn't do anything for the person making the content unless you're getting some some money on the side or something. But did you answer my
Well,
question?
this might be another example of someone looking toward the future and saying, "Oh, my channel is popping right now. This means I'm going to be monetized. I'm going to make this much money,"
I don't.
which I think is a good thing. But I think you're
Yeah, I
looking at
think
it like,
so.
well, this is what's happening now,
I don't
which is
think.
why
But the
it
thing
feels
is,
deflating.
if you're thirst trapping, though, you know that you're going to lose your monetization on YouTube. It's guaranteed.
That is true.
So it's not like it'd be different if it's the like when I first checked in to the wig content, I was like, oh, she's doing great. I shared it. This is before people were even looking at it. I shared it. Oh, she's doing how to do something. I love when people are showing how to do something. I shared it. Like, look at eyes. And
Mhm.
then when it started to become popular with her doing the wig thing, comments was about the wig thing, right? And then suddenly I click back over and look at it again, and there's no I'm like, where's the wig? What? Why is your whole body in my screen? Where's the wig at now? You know? And it
Mhm.
became about something different, and she swapped out the content that she could have actually built a universal channel on with a large following, and it became something smaller and kind of thirst trappy, and you can't really build on that on YouTube because it's going to get demonetized.
Mm.
You know, you got to have some other way to do it. And if you want, I don't even judge people. Like if you want to make money like from that, you just put it on the right platform. But advertisers is not going to advertise next to it. on this platform. You gotta go to your own private thing. So if she had her email on the screen or some list where she can collect her customers and take them to another platform where she can get money for it, Patreon. I mean, she could have a Patreon now. Then I would understand it. But if it's just YouTube, and then you talking like you like you're giving people lessons on what they should do, like that's not really, it's not really working. Any woman can do that. It
I
doesn't
see a
matter
lot
what
I
she looks
see a
like.
lot of women do it though.
Yeah, a lot of women
And this
do.
is I can't really make a lot of remarks about eyes because I haven't seen a lot of her content. I
Mm,
think I saw like just a few minutes of one of her wig tutorials.
mm.
And
Oh,
there were a lot of people in her chat. There were a lot
yeah,
of people there. But I've
yeah.
seen other videos of women who do yoga, but it's really
Hmm.
thirst trap.
Yeah,
There's
yoga
a
is
lot of
definitely,
people
yeah,
who do it. A lot of
yeah.
people.
Yoga, and also there's a bunch of art stuff that they can't really take down. So there's people that
Mm,
can, you can get in it through yoga, you can get in it through a bunch of different angles. But a lot of those people, they're collecting their audience members too. So
hmm.
they have like a Patreon or another
Oh, I see
site
what
where
you mean.
they can get money from those customers. It's not just
Mhm.
the YouTube revenue, because YouTube will dry you, they'll take away your monetization in a minute. Whenever they're coming towards the end of a quarter and they're not meeting their whatever the expectation is, they take a bunch of people's monetization. You
Hmm.
hear about a bunch of people losing and not having any explanation as to why they're not getting their money. And I think eventually somebody's going to sue Google for that, because they have to give an explanation as to why. You know,
Mhm.
you decide that you're going to keep 100% of the money. But even like we're talking eyes because she's in the sector. But if she was, for example, to be uh, double streaming to YouTube and to Rumble, she's
Mhm.
monetized from day one on Rumble. I'm like, so why wouldn't you be streaming to the place where you are monetized and you can still thirst trap, you know? And they're not heavy on copyright. Like when I multi-stream to different places, I get no copyright flags on Rumble. Zero.
Maybe you could tell her.
I mean, she listens to this, so maybe she'll hear it, but maybe she won't. Maybe she'll be offended. It'll be your fault.
Mm,
Why I am starting trouble again.
not me. I'm
Hmm.
just saying. I didn't know that that could happen, actually. It seems so obvious, right? But I did see that
Mm.
happen to a pretty big channel
Yeah.
where it was women, there were women on there dancing and doing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
But the channel was run by men, though. But
Oh,
their
you can tell.
channel got demonetized, and well, the guys were on it. Of course, the guys were fully clothed, but the women were wearing all kinds of things.
I collect those
Um,
videos, like the demonetization videos. I got a
yeah,
collection.
they not only did they get demonetized, their whole channel got shut down.
Yeah, it's a matter of time. And, because they're trying to compete with TikTok, but they're also trying to keep the advertisers that they have, and this trying to convince us all to do shorts. Even these verticals are really about shorts. It's about the short stream, because this vertical is in the short stream right now,
Mhm.
and that's how people can get to it. And they want us all doing, and they don't pay any money for shorts. Make like $40 on a million views on shorts,
Mm.
versus the same million views on a real video pays you thousands of dollars. So why would anybody make shorts? But it's just so they can compete with for the advertising dollars from TikTok. And
Mhm.
eventually it'll come down to a very, very low number, because AI is making content more and more now. I see way too many AI videos and AI narrators and AI just lies, bringing just random content together.
Mhm. It's
And makes you,
interesting for a few videos, but I can't watch very much of it.
yeah, I just stopped watching it. And I think everybody else will stop watching it too. And they're going to end up with a problem like, well, got a bunch of content, but people don't want to be lied to with a fake voice, the same fake voice. There's a bunch of fake voices that people don't know are fake voices, but
Hmm.
the obvious one that everyone is using, that popular one, is irritating. I
The
just click off when I hear it.
the woman's TikTok voice, that
The
one.
man's. No, the one that
Okay.
says a man is doing he's describing what's happening in the video.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
white guy voice. I hate that. The TikTok one, there's a male TikTok voice that everybody can use from what's that site? 11 Labs. I was actually going to take your content, steal it, and voice it with 11 Labs as my content.
What?
Yeah, I was going to steal your content. I'm like,
Which
she can't
content?
copyright her words, huh?
Oh, my words.
She can't copyright her paragraphs. I can take it. And it will actually
Mm-mm.
use your name like YM said, but then you start getting on panels, and so I lost my opportunity. The
Well,
voices
good.
now are so real that it's crazy. There's no way you can tell.
Mm.
Impossible. There's no way you can tell that that's not a person.
Well, the next narrative will be that I'm using an AI voice right now,
Yeah, you sound
and
like
that
you
I'm
are.
actually Josephine, but it's with a voice
What's
modulator.
what's wrong with being Josephine? I think you
I
should
didn't say
lean
anything
into
was
the.
wrong with it. I'm just saying
I
that's
just
going to be the next explanation.
lean into it. Be Josephine.
Ah.
Just do the opposite of what they want. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
Josephine.
I'd
Have you
just
guys been on the
rather
panel together
observe
yet?
and laugh. I would rather
Uh,
observe and laugh at it.
got to get on the panel together and try as hard as possible to sound just like each other. You guys might be from the same place, same background.
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I think she's from Chicago. I'm definitely
Oh yeah,
not from.
we got a lot of people from Chicago, the Chicago sector. Her, Verla,
Mhm.
Carrie, DC. Who else? Just four? There was somebody else
Um,
from Chicago.
Keeper. Did you say Keeper?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't say Keeper. So Keepers, that's five. I used to think that Corey was in Chicago. Like I first saw Corey's content before I saw the sector, and for
Mm.
some reason I thought he was cutting hair in Chicago, and during that time period. And We Unlock, I think We Unlock was maybe the first sector person that I saw making
Mm.
video outside on the outside in the backyard with a brown something. I think that's what led me in the algorithm to TC.
I don't
And
even remember what was the first video I saw.
mm,
Hmm. I think probably TC.
yeah, yeah, I think we're all in TCs at the same time. Oh, look at the chat. Chat is all the way over there. Yeah, I think we're all there at the same time. Scarlett, me, you. Who else is gone
Oh, I
now?
wasn't in the chats though. I don't think I've ever been to TC's chat.
Oh, you just
I
at
was
the
just see I saw his videos. I was in his comment section.
yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. He used to
Mhm.
talk about you a lot. Like you've been. So you probably predate me with TC.
Yeah, he thinks that I've been around since 2017 or 18, but
Oh,
that's not true. But I did make comments in his comment section for sure.
mm. Oh, there's your other half is here. Your brother, bottom
Oh, I
shelf.
was thinking Josephine, but then you said brother. So who,
No,
Spada?
no, you are Josephine, right? So that's not your other half. Talking about this guy.
Oh, it looks like a
Oh,
little heart face.
oh yeah. He's trolling us because he won't let us type his name. I remember the olden days when you could type his name, you didn't have to use copy and paste. I think I think it fills Spotland with joy that you have to select his name and copy and paste it.
I don't even bother looking for his name. I just try to find a comment on my video section or on my wall. That's how I try to find him.
I just call him Spotland. You know, you can never escape your names in the sector anyway. Everybody here calls me JJ. I haven't been JJ in like 3 years.
I'm the
It's a
only
long time
person who
ago.
calls you JJ. I don't think a lot of people
No,
call you JJ.
no, they all call me JJ.
They say CLM.
Oh, some of the new ones, but the ones that were here then, they still call me the same name. No, I remember listening to whose show was that? Someone back during my hiatus. They were talking about Joe Trace, like secretly. Did you know? Did you know he's Joe Trace? Like it's a secret. It can't be a secret if it's on the sector map. if it says
I didn't
Joe
see it's on
Trace on
the
the sector
sector map.
map,
I
it's on the
didn't see
sector
that.
map. If it's on the sector
Oh,
map, how could it be a secret?
I'll have to look at
It
that.
says right there, Joe Trace. Of course, I'm the source for all the Lennon Honor content, all of it. I'm thinking about starting up some Lennon Honor content again because he's going too far again.
Mm.
You know, I stopped. I actually took my foot off his neck and let him go. But he's starting again with the pedo stuff and the talking. He got the man's whole family up there. His father, his mother, his man. Why you have to go to that extent just to make your commentary? It's all valid.
Whose
Umar will be
family?
making that school for the next 20 years.
He has Umar's family up?
Yeah, he has a PowerPoint and a timeline that includes Umar's father's life story, his life story, where they live,
Oh.
all the possible information, talking about his mother, where she lives, she's on Section 8, all these other things. I'm like, he's crossing over a bunch of lines that really is just gonna get his lines crossed, is all.
Mm.
And because his story, if you put Lennon Honor's story next to Umar Johnson's story, they're not that many years apart. They're just a few years apart. And they had the same kind of aspirations, right? And if you look at Umar's family, it's a whole different class than Lennon's family. Lennon's father is throwing up Pyru blood signs to this day. Imagine that. Your father has got gang signs with every picture he takes.
I haven't
And
watched Lennon in years. I didn't know that he was still on
he
that.
hadn't changed. He's still doing the same thing. His audience
That's
is down to
good.
about 600 or 700, and but he's doing the same. He goes away from it because he starts to feel guilty, and then he comes back. It's kind of like it's probably financially irresponsible for him to stop. You know what I mean? Because if it
Mm.
pays and it's paying a good amount of money, why stop? You know, and if it's legal and it's not really hurting anybody, because Umar again will be making that school for the next 20 years. So why not? Umar likes it. Umar actually said it that whenever Lennon goes live, he gets cash apps.
Mm.
Because his supporters respond to Lennon's supporters, and they end up creating like a situation where they both get money. So why would he stop if he's bringing in that much money every month? He got bored with it for a while, and but then he had to come right back to it eventually. Audience turns over almost completely. There's only a few of the people that used to be there. But I want to go back and do like a complete, like from the beginning, first video on Umar Johnson all the way forward. I remember that video.
A
When he
video
first
on
intro-
Umar Johnson or on Lennon?
It's the first time when Lennon first found AAS. Lennon used to worship AAS. Actually,
He sure did.
he did. He actually
Yeah, I
said
definitely
she was
remember
his
that.
hero. He actually said it.
Yeah.
She's my hero. And when he first found her, that's when he introduced it to his audience, and that was in 2017. And then he did some content, and what he was going through with his life and with his employment. Umar Johnson became like a kind of escape for him, something he could focus on where he could feel good about himself. And it's all within his commentary. You can see where how he was using Umar, and how the parallels he makes between Umar and his father, for example. Whenever he mentioned his father, he always mentioned Umar. It's like, because Umar and his father are the same kind of guy. And so
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can see like the battle between them, and it's actually an interesting storyline. And I think I'm going to do that in Joe Trey season 2. And it was season 2 was supposed to be doing his films, like a review of his original film work, but that's hard to do. The films are kind of creepy. And I think it's maybe it's less interesting than the Umar Johnson content. Did you see any
I
of
know
Women's
some
original
people in
films?
the sector are really, or they were really into showing how Lennon was acting a certain way, but really he had poor character. I don't know
Yeah,
if I'm
definitely.
describing it correctly, but I never
Mm,
really got into him. I never really, really got into looking at all of that.
mm. I knew him from before I knew the sector.
Oh, I heard of
Because
him before the sector too.
yeah, yeah, from back in the old Rihanna Umbrella days, right? All the conspiracy theory,
That no, I
that's
hadn't
where I
heard
knew it
that
from.
from him. I knew
Yeah.
him from when he was having that back and forth with the hip hop guy.
Oh, with the Public Enemy guy, Professor
Yeah,
Griff.
yeah.
Yeah, I got that. I have his old hip hop lecture series. His anti hip hop thing was ridiculous actually, but I understood what he was saying. But he was just picking songs at random, like songs that were positive, like The Message by Melly Mel. Like that, The Message is not a negative song, and he was saying that by speaking about the the conditions, you're perpetuating the conditions. Like, oh, come on, the audience was
Mhm.
rejecting what he was saying.
That was
All that
one of
stuff
my
is still on
favorite
YouTube.
songs as a child. I really,
Yeah, it's positive. Early
yeah, I
hip
was
hop was
into it.
positive. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's just again misinterpreting all of that stuff. And then we had the NWA documentary. I still want to do a review of that because that's interesting too. A hip hop documentary with no hip hop in it, like most amazing. Like, did you forget something? And the music is fantastic. His music is great. That's the thing. His music is great, and I never understood why he doesn't lean into the thing that he does well. Like, why isn't he doing that? If you listen to the soundtrack for the documentary, that's good music. It just doesn't match a NWA hip hop documentary.
Mm.
It's completely out of place in that. Like, there's no hip hop beats or anything in the documentary. It just becomes him reading, and that documentary is actually what broke his character. Because prior to that documentary, he was still a person of good character. He didn't become the scammer until the documentary, and that's
Mm.
when a lot of people became a scammer right when GoFundMe was created. When that became like a thing, you could raise money from strangers quickly. A lot of people actually they crossed over into scam territory, and he took that 2 month. This was supposed to be a 6-month project, and it took him over 2 years. People didn't get their perks, they didn't get their nothing because he didn't plan it properly, and he's criticizing Umar for the same exact behavior that he has, and he's right about Umar, but it's also true for him.
Mhm.
You know, parallels between them was really interesting. They're almost like the same guy in a way. He wanted to study psychology. Umar has a degree in psychology. They're in school at the same time. They're in Umar Lenin was the leader of the Black Student Union in college.
I think that's what actually brought the sector together is everybody has something in common with Umar. Everyone in the sector.
Yeah. I was a critic of Umar for years before the sector, like years and years ago. 2008, right before that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I saw what he was doing. I read the same books, and so he was taking well-known scholars' work and pretending it was him, and he was adding like
Right.
some new hip hop spin to it, the end of it that actually was not wasn't true. So he was kind of bastardizing like Dr. Ben and John Henry Clark, and I'm like, man, just and not giving references to where the material was coming from, and he had his own lane that was good, and he just didn't stick with his lane. He just kept looking at the source material as a way for him to add it to himself. That's why you've never seen him talking with any of those scholars. Like, why would none of those scholars are still living? How come they don't ever talk with you? How come you don't have any discussions with people who know the same thing that you know? He doesn't. He won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Talking in sound bites. Scrutinizing Umar is a thing. Umar loves it. How he gets his cash apps. Cash App has changed the world, I think. You have Cash App?
I do. I don't use it
You-
though.
uh, no?
And
Cash
I
App gets
just
you in
got it
trouble.
very recently. I don't want to deal with money with
Mm,
YouTube and the sector and all that.
yeah, it's a no-no. You just use Buy Me a Coffee or something like that instead,
Mm,
or like Streamlabs. That they have that service that people can use whatever form of payment that they have and send. But it's hard to protect your identity with those payment services. You can do it with PayPal, but you got to actually start a business PayPal.
mm.
And, I mean, I wouldn't be taking money from people I don't know anyway. I'm suspicious.
Yeah, that's
You
how I
get
feel
wrapped up.
about it too.
Yeah, you get wrapped up in a RICO real quick. You can get wrapped up in a RICO for letting somebody use your phone.
Mm. Well, I
You don't
hadn't
even
thought
know who
about
they
it that
are.
way, but for me, it feels odd to do those transactions with people I'm not seeing or that I don't know. But I have engaged in some business arrangements with people, but
Hmm.
it's not me actually taking their money.
Hmm.
I'll have them donate the money to charity.
Oh, you're the
And
same.
I feel good about that.
I've done super chats. If I wanted to send somebody some money, so it just have to be monetized. But I'm not
Mm,
doing personal financial from my bank to your bank with people I don't know. And
mhm,
because I mean, really, the way wiretap works, when they have a surveillance tap for someone, if you are doing a transaction with them, that includes you in that tap. So now it's extended to you. And people that get in trouble in those kind of situations are the ones who don't know anything about it, because the guilty people make a deal because they have the information and they implicate you and they talk to you. You don't have any information because you're innocent. So you're the one that ends up going to jail.
mm,
It happens more than you think. That's why it's like important to not do financial transactions with people that you don't know.
mm.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go. More boring content for you. Got all kinds. What else can we talk about that's boring? The
There's not
bee,
going to
the
be much
bees.
because again, my phone is dying.
Oh, that's a common excuse. My phone is dying.
Hey, it's the second
Hmm.
time, I know.
Hmm. That's a really normal thing with you. I can send you some power in email. Hold up. Hold up. I just sent you some power in email. You got it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hey, you came here on your link, right? The one I sent you?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
but it said to log out or to log back in or something.
I got to think because before you came here before on the guest link.
Yeah, I'm on the guest link
Yeah.
right now too.
Are you? Are you?
Yeah, it said that I needed to leave and come back in.
Oh, it's got your full name on it. Your full your full fake name. I guess that's the I was interested like what would happen if I filled out the rest of the information on the guest. Would it if you came back in again, would it match to the right person? But this doesn't have
Hmm.
authentication. That's the thing I'm worried about with this with EVMux. It's like I already sent them an email. Like when are you going to add authentication to your log on?
Hmm.
And how does it know that this is you when you log in? Is it just looking at the name? So if anybody puts in YM, do they fall into YM slot?
Good question. I don't
Good
know.
question. You don't know.
I
They don't.
don't know.
I opened the ticket, so I'm waiting on the answer for that. But anyways, so I guess
Or
Al is not coming.
maybe I am on the emailed link, but I saw a notice here that said I had to log back in. So I don't know.
Hmm. I think that's what I'm saying. If you came on the email link and you had already previously been here on the guest link, maybe they got jammed up. But
Hmm.
I sent the link out to maybe 5 different people. When I didn't even know I was sending out links because when I put the people in the registration, I didn't know that sent out an email as soon as you put their email address in there. It didn't tell me that
Oh
initially.
yeah, it sends an email.
Yeah, so since and the email was it's kind of scattered and it doesn't say who it's from really, and it's like, is this spam or not? So you'd be able to make your own email for that.
I'm
But
gonna go back in the chat, JJ.
no, I'm gonna keep you on the screen after you leave and keep talking
Well,
to
I'm
you.
at 1%, so don't think I'm being rude if I just disappear.
No, I won't accept your apology either when you come back. 1%. You
Nah,
knew I
you're
was
not gonna
going
do me
live.
like Divine and keep
You
on
knew I was
harping
going
on the
live.
same thing. You are not gonna
Hmm.
do that with me.
What? Yeah, well, I
Because
appreciate you coming to talk to me,
you like
even though
to
you didn't
harp
argue
on
with
the
me.
same thing
What?
over and over and over and bother people. That's what you do.
Harp? Harp?
Yes.
I don't even know what that means. Harp on the same thing?
Harp. Harp. HARP.
I don't have a harp. I play guitar.
You know.
I don't bother anybody. Just in the
You
chat,
you
innocently
badger
chatting.
them. You badger them.
Badger?
That's what you yes.
I, who do I badger? I don't badger anybody. I just come in and say hi to everybody. Hello, guys. How y'all doing?
You badger Divine, you badger me, you
Wow.
badger people.
Sounds violent. You know, I'm 6'5". I can't afford to have people using that kind of language about me.
Just saying.
Hmm. Harp, keep talking. Oh, she's agreeing with you. I see what you're doing. So now you're turning the audience against me. Look at that. Hmm. I'm about to block her too.
Mhm.
Going on a power trip. Yeah, that's one of
Okay,
my
JJ.
interests. No. One of my interests is I want to learn how to not become a narcissist when you're in control of all the buttons. I think they all become narcissists eventually. You still trying to
What's
leave?
that
Did she leave?
saying about power, absolute power corrupting absolutely or something like that?
Yeah, that's just a saying.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it's illustrative of.
Mm,
Illustrative.
got you. I don't like that word either. But I think if you just don't do it, like you don't block anybody. Oh, there's Stargate. Oh, I got a replacement for you now. She probably has more than 1% battery.
Well, I just plugged the phone in and now it has 2%, but I'm
Oh,
still about
there
to
you
jump
go.
down.
Wow, look at that. Alrighty then. If you want to argue again, you know you got your own personal link. What's happening,
I don't
Star?
argue. I don't argue. Even Al said, I'm
Yeah, I
mild
wanted to
mannered
argue
and
though.
polite.
I kind of
Well,
wanted to argue.
we were talking over each other. I guess it counts as an argument of some kind.
She doesn't have an avatar either. Man, this has got to change. The thing is, you don't even know if that's actually her. So you can't really know until after they start talking. Hello? Hey, what's up, Stargate? How come you don't have an avatar? You had an avatar at Photon show. Photon show better than mine? You see that? Mm, nah. I can give you. I'll give you an avatar. I'll make you one. I'll give you this. Oh, I didn't see. Let me see. Oh, there you go. That's a person. Okay. Are you still there, YM?
I am. I'm about to jump down.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming up, and I'll try to make sure Al is here next time so you can argue with him.
No. I'll leave him alone.
I think
I'll
he
leave him
enjoys it.
alone.
He enjoys it. He enjoys it.
It was funny. It was funny for the
Yeah.
time being, but that was enough of him.
Be nice, Al.
All right, take care.
All right. Bye bye.
Let me
Let's hit
see, how do I get
the
out of this?
top right.
I
So
always
you see
forget how
that?
to get down from this
See-
thing.
You see, you can still hear her, Stargate. You still hear? Yeah, you can hear backstage. Yeah, you can hear backstage in EV Monks. You don't see your avatar? Oh, I didn't hit the transition button. Okay, there you go.
Okay, there you go. There we
Let me
go.
put
Okay.
this in studio mode. So you can hear backstage while
Yeah, I heard
yeah,
backstage, and you can hear me backstage.
yeah, you can talk backstage. So you can have you can
What?
continue your argument in the back.
What?
Yeah, and I can send you can send private messages and files and in the chat and all kind of stuff here.
What?
That'll change. You paying for your stream right now?
Eva Mux, you mean?
Are you paying for StreamYard? $44?
Shit, I paid 60 something dollars. What you talking about?
Why?
Because I need the storage. Hey, living life.
Oh, let me see the chat.
You know how much storage I need, dude? Do you know how much clips and lines I had to copy I need to switch it over to like a disc or what they
You don't
call
have it
it.
downloaded?
I need to download it. That's what I need to do,
Oh,
right?
wow. But
And-
it's on YouTube, right? All of it?
No, because some of it is in the storage, in the StreamYard storage. So they have like a cloud.
Ah.
So you can pay for storage. Because I ran out of storage. Can you believe before I got what's the word? Struck
So you
by
got more than
lightning.
50 gigabytes?
I don't know what a gigabyte means, JJ. I just know I needed more storage, and they said, "Oh, this is $60." Well, actually, it was 40. Then they upped it to like 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Well,
it's like
all the
45.
services have that. You got to download all those videos.
Yeah, what I should do is download, but I'm running out of storage, and it's a new device. Like it's crazy. Like maybe I
Mm.
just need to like let a lot of stuff go because it's
Yeah. Delete all of it. Let it go.
let it go. But I'm not
All of
ready
it.
to let it go.
Just release it. Move on with your life.
Move on with my life, right?
Yeah. I got all of it anyway.
You guys. How many like CPUs or that's what I'm saying, right? Is that what you downloaded it to?
Sorry, look at me. I have
What?
all of your videos.
You got all of it? Listen, I need to hold on. So Alex
Creepily.
Crook, hold on, because I lost 2 videos, right? So I need you to send me
Which one?
hold on, let me show you, hold on.
I got even the ones when I was Bombay. And when you
Yo,
were setting binary up. pretending like it was me. Like what?
Yo, I swear to you, we knew. Okay, listen, you do
Yeah.
sound like Bombay, right?
Mm,
But what happened was,
stop it.
it was
Listen.
Binary said, "Yo, don't he sound like Bombay?" I said, "Yo, he do sound like Bombay." I said, "I don't think it's him though." And Binary was like, "What do you think if we just create the narrative and see what happened?" I said, "Let's do it." Like I said, "Let's do." We listen. What happened was
What had
Binary.
happened was,
Binary actually was like, "You know what? We need to stop the narrative." I was like, "Nah." So Binary got mad at me because I would not, because I kept going on with the narrative.
yeah, I know. Because again, I know the real truth. The real truth is that you were secretly trying to destroy Binary.
I was not trying to destroy.
Yes,
What
you
are you
were.
talking about? What?
No, no. It
How?
may have been a
Why would
secret to
I want
you.
to secretly destroy
No,
Binary?
no. It may have been a secret to you also, from you. You're keeping a secret from yourself, but you were secretly trying to destroy Binary Code.
See, you put that narrative out there,
No,
right?
no, no. No, I'm gonna show the video. I'm gonna show the videos. I'm gonna show, and I'm gonna ask the audience who is
Oh,
highlighting these comments. Who is that
wait,
that keeps highlighting these comments? I think that's Stargate.
what comments are you referring to,
Mm-hmm.
JJ?
Nah, nah. I'm gonna make a whole narrative in a nice narrative voice,
Hold
very
up.
calm. We're gonna retell the whole story.
I don't even know how to look up. Oh, here it is, the copyright strikes. So hold on. I'm trying to get to because I got to go through the copyright strike tab to show what videos, right? Hold on. So one of them, oh, I need the ray tracks because I do have the I1 video because I had that backed up. The ray tracks after party.
Oh,
I
I got
do.
that.
So I need you to send me that because it was the Ray Tricks After Party 2 is part 2. Do you have
Two.
part 2? Or number 2
Um,
or part 2?
let me see. Let me look real quick. Hold on. I think
It's
that's
6
in.
hours and 6 minutes and 1
Is that on
second.
this computer? I think that's not on this computer.
It's probably on another one.
Yeah, I gotta look in the. Well,
Because
maybe
what
I'm looking
happened
at the
was
one.
I started to, so
Yeah.
what happens is, right, it'll back your lives up for you, but then I was like, okay, I don't need this live no more. I don't need this backed up. I don't need this one backed up. And so I deleted them to create more space, and then I was like, I still need more space. So
You know how sometimes you ever had anything in public storage?
yeah.
Yeah, you know how if you have stuff in public storage for a long time and then you forget and then you lose it all,
Right.
everything.
Right.
Sometimes it's okay just to let it go.
Just
It's
let
like
it go,
then
right?
you're relieved. You thought you needed all that stuff, but you didn't
I'm
really need
petty.
any of it.
I'm too
Let it
petty,
go.
yo.
Let it die.
Look
Let it
at his
go.
label like, let it go, girl, let it go.
It's okay. You can get new stuff. You can have a bunch of new shit happen to you immediately.
Right.
Actually, all you gotta do is go
You know
live.
what's happening is I'm actually trying to have like civil conversations with people. So it's not like I have this
Stop it.
drama going on in the other sectors I visit. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's
It's
like
only
not
over here.
record worthy or something like that.
Mm,
Whatever word I'm
yeah.
trying, because when you have a civil discourse, you don't
It's
need to
not
record.
exciting.
It's not
Yeah.
there you go. It's not exciting.
Not supposed to be exciting.
It's not supposed, but shouldn't you find joy in a drama free life? Like it should be
Not
that
if
way.
you're addicted to it.
Not if you're addicted. What is it about the drama
Well,
that's
I'm not
so
addicted to it. I'm talking about you. I'm
yeah,
I'm I'm not addicted to drama.
I'm addicted to drama.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
are. I'm not
realize.
addicted.
I didn't even realize it. How
I think it lets you express these feelings. Like you get a chance to, express stuff and
right.
let you get stuff out that maybe that's not even connected to it.
I think it's like my backed up frustration from Brother Minister. It's like I
Mm,
can't take my frustration out on him, so letting the frustration out on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. So
It's
starting to
a
lie about Bombay and JJ.
oh, not
You're welcome.
lie. I was having fun with y'all.
Hmm.
Because listen, was you, because my thing was, it was okay, so Bombay, I'm sorry, so JJ is gonna put this narrative out on Binary, and I can't, I love you and Binary, but
Oh, I wasn't impacted. It didn't bother me at all. Actually,
it
I
didn't
watched
bother
it and
you at
laughed
all. But I
at all.
like,
Yeah.
I still love both of y'all, but I had to protect, like I wanted to protect Binary Mode, and I never like tore you down in the process. But
I
it
mean,
was,
there's no way you could, and
yeah,
that's
there
the
was no
thing. It's like
reason to.
yeah, I was
Because it was
not
just your
really
opinion. But
I'm
me
not
and
invested in
Bombay
that way.
got into it. Like, I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure out why me
that's your
and Bombay.
friend. I was just hanging around because your show happened to be on when I was, free. It wasn't like we actually had conversations or something.
Right.
But
And I
people really
think that's
thought
what,
that. I think they
and
think
me and
that
Bombay
still.
was already arguing because of our creative differences. So I think that had a lot to do with it too.
He's bullying you. Sing it right.
Sing it right, Star. That's not right, Star. I need this. So he would say, "This is not what we had in mind." I was like, "This is what I had in mind." He was like, "No, it's not right." And I was like, "But what about my creative process?" He was like, "Fuck your creative process."
Exactly. I'm the
So I
professional.
think I was frustrated from that, from that too.
It was the same thing with Tony Braxton and Babyface. Babyface, let me just
Oh,
tell her, shut up and just sing it the way I told you.
shut up and just sing.
And then they all become hits. So she's like, okay, shut up. But
Oh,
that's your best work is with Bombay. I'm like, you
listen, I
guys,
don't deny that, but it's such. But remember when me and Bombay, we had to, like, we actually talked about this conversation what we had behind the scenes. It was like, Bombay, like, that's not fun. Like, I need it to be fun, and working with Bombay, like, it's like, so you get results, right? But I
hmm,
like the journey to be fun. And Bombay is
hmm,
very strict.
yeah, he's a producer. Producers have to be strict.
Living life, thank you for coming.
Oh,
She
she's
got a
gone.
she said, I'll be at the plantation soon. Oh, 33 days. We got 33 days.
30 days for what? Oh, hit
For
the
me
like
to
button.
for the strikes to fall off.
We got to talk about this strike situation.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
What's the? I don't understand why. Why are you worried about that?
I'm not worried. So, like, if I was to fight, right?
Mm.
Fight it in copyright court, my legal name is attached to it. But like, he's been saying my legal name anyway, but it's like, but there's, I don't know. It's
You are a persona though. You are a persona channel. You're not a content channel.
right.
So if you change you can make a new channel up every month, and you would have your audience there because we have the at now. Like before,
Yeah,
we had the
right.
at
So I
names.
could tell y'all, oh, this is my
Yeah.
new channel.
So there's no real connection. It's not like you're monetized. You got no
This is
just if you
true.
put
It's
star up
it's the principle. Does that make sense,
principle.
JJ? It's the
No,
principle.
no, there's no
Listen,
principle.
somebody told me that I'm just like difficult. So, and I don't believe that I'm difficult. It's just, I think there's a method to my madness, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. All I'm saying is that you, as a persona channel, you are free. So
Am
no
I
matter
though?
where you go, you'll have the same interaction with people. People will still come to your show. You're
That's
not
true.
getting money from YouTube. You're getting money from Cash App. It
Which
doesn't
I
matter.
have not had in a long time.
I mean, you don't really have a show, so you
I
just
don't have, yeah. So,
yeah,
because it's just really been about responding to the drama, right?
yeah.
So,
Well,
what's your
you
like
gave up your.
favorite thing about, uh, like, I guess it's the movie reviews, I would say, maybe, or
Oh
the
no, not really.
not really. What's your favorite part about the planetarium?
My favorite, the best thing on your show was you and Identity with Hell together.
We have get great chemistry doing that, but
Yeah,
identity, like it. So, like, he doesn't access his emails every day. So, like,
yeah.
he'll go to him maybe once a week or something, like maybe on his off day. And then like by the time he responds, I'm not on that email. I'm doing something. So it's like, dude,
Yeah.
just give me your number so we can. But I understand he wants to protect his marriage and all of that other stuff.
Yeah, I mean he should, but I mean we just talking about like on your
But I'm not.
show, the
I'm
best chemistry was
trustworthy.
you, Al, and Identity.
Yeah,
And
those are the
Binary
only.
was jealous of that, in my
Are you
opinion.
serious? Nah, he
Yeah,
wasn't jealous.
I could prove it to you.
He wasn't jealous.
I could prove it to you. Whenever your show would get going a certain way, he would come in with his interference. The reason why he was going at me was because of my standing on your channel.
Cause y'all
He had no
don't.
reason to even bother with me. He started it.
He started.
I just finished it. He
I
started it.
remember y'all had like a little bit even before we was binary and star, right? Or an
Yeah.
identity for Code Fam before Code Fam, right?
Yeah.
I could. There was always this thing with y'all, like this tension.
It's not really. I mean, it's because he was a troll, and so we didn't know if he was black, and he was just he got out. He got off on saying, when he says the N word, it sounds like a white person saying
A
the N word, and so
white person.
yeah, he got the same kind of thrill from it back then, and
But
so
see, I remember him from Lennon's chat, so I knew he was black. So you never was in Lennon's chat before it was. See, there was the chat before Cookie
I
Crush.
left Lennon. I left Lennon's chat. I was only there for maybe 3 or 4 shows, and I left.
Okay,
I
because
met Muslim, and I
before,
met a couple people,
see, even
and I bounced
Identity.
out.
So remember when Identity used to show his picture, and
Yeah,
Binary used to show his picture too. So I
yeah,
knew they both were black.
yeah.
So and then they would
I mean,
come
I
on
have all those videos though, all of Lennon's old shit.
all of. Are you talking about like I remember you even sent me like the when you was talking about the umbrella stuff with
Yeah,
Yana,
yeah,
right?
I have all that stuff.
And I was like gonna do a show, but I got caught up in the drama.
That it's hard to do that content. That content is just the old films is really hard to cover. And the thing about it is that he can't copyright strike any of it because he doesn't own the copyright.
He doesn't own it. Like so the
That's why he had to stop selling it.
oil Ugamonde, like
He owns that fully. That's his.
that's his.
His
Okay, well
intellectual
what
property.
about okay, well,
That's
what
a good
about
story, actually.
but the umbrellas so you're saying he can't copyright the umbrella stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's,
because most of the content it
it's
all
not
belongs to
it's of
somebody else.
somebody else.
That's why it all got taken down.
Because I
And
remember he took that, yeah, he took it down because of that.
yeah,
Because like he kept saying, and I was like, it was a very good documentary, but
yeah, it was a bunch of bullshit.
it was a bunch of bullshit.
It was a bunch of
What about the
bullshit.
Beat It? What about the Beat It one? When he did the Michael Jackson Beat It.
All his you'll see it in Joe Trey season 2, but all of it is just letting you know what's inside of Lennon's mind,
But
right?
I
Because
oh
the
wait,
stuff
why
that
does
he's
my thing
seeing,
go off when I don't talk to
what's
you?
that?
So I
What thing
guess
goes on?
because this one is Eva, is it called Eva Mux? How do
You
you
said why
pronounce?
does what go off?
So my thing went. So you
Oh,
know
your
how it
screen
goes
goes off?
to screen mode.
Yeah, I need to
Um,
write that down. Yeah.
so
I had that
that's the
same issue on
thing.
my phone. My phone would go into screensaver mode.
Screensaver mode. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Write that
So we
down.
gotta figure that out, right?
Yeah. Saver
Yeah.
mode. I had to actually turn my screensaver off because I kept having the same issue. How do you like the app, the app on the phone?
So I'm not on. I'm actually on my computer,
Oh, and your screensaver is going on your computer?
and my screensaver is on.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it
nothing.
just turned
That's
on by itself for
oh,
no
that's nothing to
like.
do with EVMux. That's your. I was talking about the phone. Your phone will go into screensaver mode. You don't have it set to not by this app, but your computer is separate. This is
Yeah.
just a Google. Are you using Google Chrome?
Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is just a regular Google Chrome website to your computer. There's nothing
Okay,
special
so
about it.
it's not even. But if I'm
Mhm.
on StreamYard, it doesn't go into screensaver mode.
Yeah. But this is like I used to do computer repair stuff,
But
and I
it's
would fix somebody's
because it's
computer,
running off of Chrome.
and then they would say, "Now my refrigerator doesn't work." It's not connected. The computer and refrigerator. It's not connected.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not connected. StreamYard is just a regular website on your
It's a
computer.
website, not
It's just a
not an
website, so it
app.
doesn't
I'm not
control
on
your
the app.
machine. And
Yeah,
EV
it's
Mux
on
is the same thing. So you blaming you
Easy
besmirching the
Mux.
reputation of EV Mux.
So it's Evie Mux is how you
It's EV
pronounce
Mux,
it.
and
Evie
the
Mux.
Mux is short for multiplexer.
Oh,
And
okay, okay, okay.
I'm not sure what the EV. I think the V is video. I don't know what the E is, but it's the same as OBS, but just in the cloud. Keeper, you can get 12
Look
people on
at
screen
beautiful. Hey, beautiful.
free.
How you doing, girl?
You haven't heard about that? About Beautiful?
What? What did beautiful do?
Wow, you didn't hear? Wow.
No,
Tell
what
her
happened?
Beautiful.
What'd
She
you
can
do,
tell you.
beautiful?
She know about it. Go ahead and tell her.
What'd you do, beautiful?
There's a rumor that Beautiful and I are the same person.
Wait. I saw y'all chat that in the chat right before I closed my show
Yeah,
down.
yeah. She said the
So,
same thing I said.
no, I
Watching the
don't
same
believe
content, we said the same thing. That means that we the same person.
that's hilarious.
Or we're working
No, I
together.
believe I know y'all different because I
We could be
remember
working
her.
together.
Oh, give me 1 second. Oh my god. So I remember her. She had her government name on there one time. So I know y'all are two different people. So this was long time ago.
Yeah, but we could be working together.
What?
Yeah,
Like you and
like
Bombay?
like me and Bombay.
But listen. If y'all are y'all working together to for some drama or
You mean
uh
truth?
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Truth is different. Truth is only like
Al is
trolling
here.
if the people. Did he really just come into my chat with profanity?
Al is here.
Did he really just walk in, disrespect the whole show with the? You
Has
don't know
Al
what
been
this
before?
is?
Because I don't think he's been in. Because I've been in the clouds watching your show, right? I don't think Al
Hello
was
to
in
you
the.
too, Al. I
Yeah,
hope you're doing fine.
beautiful. You don't remember you used your government name when you first started being on YouTube,
Coming here
or we're talking
disrespectful.
about like back in Max's day.
Why are you trying to dox Beautiful?
I didn't say her government name.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful don't remember using her government name.
You said Beautiful don't remember her government name?
She said she don't remember using it. She don't remember.
You know,
Beautiful.
everybody kind of like if you go to Lennon's old chat, everybody had their name up there. It's like you can see everybody's name,
Well,
and
see,
they all changed it after Max V said he got swatted,
oh
and
my
everybody started
no, I
changing their
actually so
name.
by the time I came to Leonard's chat, I had already realized I shouldn't do it because listen, I came from the Sonetta sector. So I
Mm.
knew not to use my government name. So so there you go. So yeah, so I was always using my YouTube
I
name. Matter of
I think
fact,
this
it
is a
wasn't Stargate because here's the thing:
mm.
it actually turned to Stargate when me and Lennon had this debate about Star Trek and Stargate fans and stuff
Oh,
like that. So
you
I
remember his
actually
old Star Trek content?
yes, the 5 of 9 and
Yeah,
What else? What
he
Borg?
needs
The
to bring all
Borg
that back.
agenda. The Borg
I mean,
agenda.
he needs to bring some of his old stuff back. It would be popular.
Listen, that's when he was like popping. That's when he was popping. Like I was just immersed in Lent. And then what happened was the Cookie Crush chat came along and fucked it all up.
No, actually, I think what happened is that, like, you know how we might be entertained by something?
Right.
We're entertained, but he was serious. And he didn't recognize, like, that the moment, like, how he can just be, this is just content. He was actually living the stuff that he was saying. And he wasn't taking it like it's just content.
Are
And
you
so,
sure?
yeah.
I think he recognized. Are you
No,
saying he thought
he
he was a
didn't.
Trekkie for real? 'Cause
Listen,
are you trying to say that because remember he would be walking through those woods or something? Is that what you're saying? Is that
listen,
what you're
hey,
talking
who's in the woods? If you go by, remember when you was a kid? What they tell you about? What they tell you about the park? and about the dude that's hanging out in the woods. What did they
He
tell
would
you?
do he would do his lives that he would be in the woods and stuff. Is that
In the
what you talking
bushes.
about? In the bushes, yeah.
Hey,
I
what did they
thought
tell
he was
you?
just being like, what's the cinematic, uh,
No, he was serious as a heart attack. He
Looking
was really trying to
Beautiful.
find himself. And that's the thing about a lot of his content is that I could never really be like hype too critical of him because I could see he was really trying to find himself.
I just
He was
thought he
serious.
was waiting for the economical thing to take off, right?
No,
That's the way I saw it. And
no.
like he was actually, I think, more relatable when he was poor. But I wanted him to be financially, like he knew he was in a
You mean before he
financial
was working?
before he was waiting. Don't JJ,
Uh,
don't you start with
what?
beautiful.
What?
Hold on, let me go to so beautiful. That was not brother with the good knees. So you gonna tell us you set the lie down for
That was Pacific.
that was not Pastor Vic. That's a new dude. Yo, do y'all remember me
Beautiful.
talking
We
about?
know. We know what we heard.
Do y'all remember me talking about the dude that I lost to the streets a long time ago? We're talking about before Protostar was even born. So there was this dude. I don't. Do you remember me telling y'all about the story? Because I used to talk to Binary about this guy.
I mostly
Uh,
mute it when you start talking.
wait, say that again.
I usually mute it whenever you start telling the story, so
Oh
I don't.
my
I
god!
don't hear.
Why?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
JJ, you always joshing me.
No, I know you used to being treated badly, so I was just trying to treat
I
you badly
know.
for a second.
That's why I was saying, JJ, you ain't shit.
What?
See, you love picking on me too. I think
What?
that's
You
why
sat
you
on
would
that
pick.
panel
That
with
was
Alan
Binary.
calling you all kind of names.
Binary likes to pick on me, and you like to pick on me.
No. Don't ever compare me and
Why would
Binary.
you like to coddle Carrie? That's what I want to know. How
That's
come
if I
Carrie
showed you my
deserves the
email.
coddling?
No. If
Go
I
ahead.
showed you my email
Right.
during that time period when you were asking me that question,
Right.
if I was like one of the people that shows emails, which
Right.
I'm not, you would see people asking the same question about you. Why do you coddle Stargate?
Are you serious?
Yeah, because people want to know why I don't get mad at other people for stuff that happens in the sector. Because it's not, I really don't take things personal in that way. Like the Bombay thing, that was against Bombay, not against me. I
Right.
had no
This
investment
is
whatsoever in that
true.
situation. It
This
didn't
is
matter. So I
true.
didn't want to
But
mess up the storylines by taking it personal and getting mad and hitting the live button. And the same thing with Carrie. If a person tells me up front that they have an issue, I'm going to factor that issue into everything that they say from that point forward. So I'm
don't you
not going
think
to
you was
argue with
harder on
people,
me than you was on Carrie?
huh?
You were harder on me than you
When,
was on Carrie. Because I feel like you were hard on me
when,
or more
when?
critical.
Name one thing I said.
No, it was like you would
You,
be
you,
like really say if there's something I'm talking about and
mm,
you would express your disapproval of me talking about the said certain
mm,
subject,
yeah.
but
Why?
you
Why
wouldn't
though?
do
Why
what?
though?
Because I think you were like like it was like you want part of the group of like Star. You need to be the bigger person.
No, it was mainly because the story that I was always telling you don't do it was the story you're gonna tell us about you and Smoke and the text messages, and I'm like, don't do it. Don't go back into it. We know we're the same audience. We heard this story 9,000 times. It's just gonna take you into a place where you don't want to
Don't
be and
Karen
make you
go over
upset.
her obsession with Photon over and
No,
over
no. But
and
see,
over?
I was never. I didn't actually. I was never at Carrie's show. So I
Okay,
wasn't in a place to tell her something yes or no. I wasn't part of her. I'm not one of the pips.
this is okay, but you would like say if there was a time that you and Carrie would be interacting with each other,
Hmm.
there was I would say you were nicer to her than like say Binary.
Then I was to binary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Or
don't like binary.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and
this
binary
is
is a man. Binary is a man, and I don't like binary.
right,
So
right.
that's the reason why I interact with him that
But
way.
you would be like disproval. Oh, that's the wrong word. You would
I know what you're
disprove.
saying.
Yeah. You'd be more disprove. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying. Of like things I would like. Not that I would repeat certain things. It was just
Yeah.
like it would be like certain
Mm.
things like start don't do this. Not like I'm repeating a story. It was like don't go there. It was like
Yeah. Don't go
basically
there.
don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you would never
Yeah. Don't.
you would never say to Carrie, why don't you not go there? Like it was
Why would
different.
I? Why would I say that to Carrie?
But why would you say it to me?
What happens when I said it to you?
I would say, JJ, why you being so hard on me?
No, you wouldn't. You just said this is the first time you've ever said that.
I'm like JJ,
I
or
said- I-
I, I would say
yeah.
your name in a okay. How about
You
this?
miss your calling. You miss your calling. You're supposed to be a writer. You
I
make up
told you
stuff.
that
You make
story
up stuff
too.
too quickly to not be a writer.
I told you that story about my
What's
teacher
that?
saying.
I don't
Told
know
me
what you. Yeah.
I never told you that. Like
Yeah.
my English teacher said, you need to be a writer,
Yeah. Like I listen to you and Binary, for example. I'm
right?
listening to you guys lie, right?
Right.
And
Live? Did
it's
you say
all
live or
yeah.
live?
Lie.
No, you mean when we were
It's no,
live?
it's no, it's pure improvisation, right? And I remember this. Like I study like acting and theater, and I've been
Right.
on stage. I
Right.
look at it. I'm like, she is completely improvising now, and
What?
you could see when when the improvisation is happening, and you could see we could see the yes and thing going on between you and him. Like you should be
Uh-huh.
writing because you're making up stories all the time.
I
Al
make
doesn't
them.
understand. What don't you understand, Al? Hit the link, Al. I'll put the link in there for you. It was for you to argue with YM or to just talk with YM because YM wanted to talk with you badly. She sent me an email. So that's why your name is there. This was after Smoke Show. But what were we talking about? I forgot.
We were saying how me and Binary would improv.
Yeah, it's pure improv. That was pure theater. And I'm like,
Yeah.
she should be writing. So if
Right.
I was telling you to stop, don't go in a certain direction,
Right.
what happens is that you would stop. So
And
we
I would be
wouldn't
like,
go
JJ,
into the smoke story again, and you would start
I
feeling
know.
bad and sad and almost crying. And like, we don't want you to go that way.
But see, it hurt me that it was just happening at the time. But like I
What was
said,
that?
you're never gonna
Are
hear
you
me
about to tell
talk.
the story again?
No, I'm not. I said it would just
Okay.
it hurted me. I was just telling you how I was feeling at the time.
All right. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna tell you the story. I was just
Okay,
saying how I felt in
you
that
typed it in the
moment
chat.
back then. So that's basically. I guess I felt like if I told the story over and over again, it was just gonna get better one day.
No, I
JJ,
think. No, I
I'm
don't think
not
so.
bringing it
I
up,
think that.
JJ.
I think that right now, you just because we talked about it, you thought
Right.
back about it, and you create a narrative around it. You are writing all the time,
No,
and you
no.
are. You're right. This is the first time you ever said that in your life.
Okay. How about
Yes.
I was thinking, JJ, why are you being so hard? I would say your name, JJ, in such a way that it was only to like, JJ, why are you being so, you know, disapproving of me? Yeah, I think I would say your name like JJ,
No.
JJ.
You know I have all of the receipts for that, right? With the chat. You know I have all of it, right?
No, I was in the clouds when y'all were going over me, Al, and
Yeah.
identity
So what
on
you
the
think about
dating.
that? What you think about that chat? That chat view, being able to watch the live stream and watch the chat roll.
The music was just a little. Sometimes the music
It
would
was
be a
music.
little bit loud over
Oh, okay.
and you couldn't hear the. I thought it was a great idea.
Uh,
Like from the chat view, right? That was the name of
hmm
the title or something like that. I enjoyed it.
So if you
I
have a show
enjoyed it
like you want to show again, and you want to show it I'll show you how to download the video with the chat, and then how to play it back in a player that puts the chat over the
Put the
screen.
chat
And then when you do your review, you'll be able to have the full content, because the video was there too. I just had it blacked out.
Right.
Yeah,
I
definitely a
like
much
I
better
said, I
show.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very
Yeah.
much. Even though you assumed
Even though I told the
the
truth.
binary put me up to it, he didn't. He just
What?
he,
Are
he
you still
didn't put me.
protecting binary?
He didn't put me up to it. Like we planned it together,
No, no,
and
no,
then
no. You
binary
think you
was
planned it
like,
together.
What? Say that again.
You
You
think you
think
planned
we
it
planned
together.
it together?
Yeah, you think you did.
No, because
No,
I
you didn't.
promise you, like me and Binary actually had a conversation about how I
hmm
said, Binary, can you please tell the people that it wasn't like I knew that the possibility of you not being JJ was a strong possibility. Like Binary said, yeah, you're right, Star. It was Binary's idea. I just went along with it.
Mm.
He was basically asking for my opinion. And I said, I don't know. I say it sounded like him, but
What's happening now?
it's too good to be true for it to be Bombay, so
Is
he
that you, Al?
knew. So he actually admitted that it wasn't me who came up. It was just my idea. I said, let's just go with
Let
it
me
and
bring you
see
up.
what happened. Because I thought it was going to be great content to see what
We
happened.
got the Al show. We make you round like us. This is different, Al, because you can hear each other backstage. So
I know it's so weird not to see people on the panel. I was like, because I was confused at first when I first came up here. Like, am I in the show or am I? Because I hear JJ
yeah,
talking to me.
but that's great. You can talk backstage. So if you
Yeah,
arguing and you go
I can
in the
talk
back, you can still
backstage.
keep yelling.
Yeah.
You ain't got to interrupt your yelling. You can just keep going. I
So
think you.
it's interesting. When I was younger, I used to read and collect comic books. Now
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like I'm on the cover of a comic book.
definitely. You in the comic book right
Very
now.
strange. Very strange.
I'm playing with this
Yes,
this
I guess
theme.
I don't know what this would be called.
It's a sector comic, 820 cents. You from the chat.
Yeah,
Not
that would
really
be
true.
the title of that would be the Injustice League of America.
Al, you know you love the sector. Stop the cap.
The IAA, Injustice League of America. Of course, the people out there won't get it because they're not comic book aficionados or read comic books or seen comic books.
I think a lot of them are. We just talking
What
about that with
precisely is
YM.
this system?
This is
I
EV
doubt it.
Mux.
No. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? If you don't mind my asking.
EV Mux. EV Mux is a
Yeah, I'm curious.
it's an alternative to it's actually a better version of StreamYard. And it's
Interesting.
because StreamYard raised their prices from $25 to $44. And for me, it went from $10 to $44 with no notice. And so I protested and sent my emails out, and I decided to just go ahead and leave and
Like
go to a better
everything else in this
platform.
country. Yeah,
Yeah.
like everything else in this country. They raised the prices 2, 3, or 4-fold.
They got bought. So when the company got bought, they changed the
Yeah.
strategy,
And it
and
raised the
they're
prices.
focused on
Yeah.
corporate clients. And so then the YouTube audience is not their focus anymore. So they raised their prices too much for me, and this is better.
Okay. Well, thank you for explaining. I've been on another system besides StreamYard, but I had never heard of this. This looks interesting. It's different, but it looks a little fun. I have to say, this is kind of enjoyable. Well, Stargate, hello. How are you?
Hello, Al.
So, Stargate, what happened? What happened? I heard that you were on Photon's panel. What the hell happened there?
Yeah. JJ, don't you start with that slow music.
What I do? Oh, I didn't mean the music is playing. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead. That was an accident.
JJ, you ain't slick, nigga.
What I do?
You start playing the slow music because of me and
That was an accident. I didn't mean to.
No, it was no accident. See
So sorry.
how you lie?
What?
You a
My lies are
liar.
It's
innocent.
the Umar. It's the Umar sector. Most people lie in the Umar sector.
Such a negative impression of
JJ,
us.
where are
This is a
you?
fun.
I just see me and Al on the panel.
But you can hear me, right?
I can hear you, but why did you put
Yeah.
yourself backstage? Because you know what? You're being
I'm
funny.
not backstage.
Listen,
No,
did
no,
you
he's
you
probably on the
actually
side
changed
somewhere.
your background? What is this? Like two lovebirds on? What is this
What
avatar?
happened?
What is this background? Is this Al? Do you see what's
Yeah,
going
I'm trying
on?
to figure this out. I'm trying to look at. Yeah, I'm trying to
Jay,
look at this.
Is that
It's
a
like
heart?
very vague.
Is that is those
Uh,
two people in love?
what? It's just a background. You guys
Shoot.
are thinking too much. Don't read
No,
too
Jay,
much
look
into
at
it.
you. Now who's trolling?
What?
Now who's the troll?
My troll. Mine. I'm innocent though. I'm not a
Oh,
nefarious kind of troll. Don't do that.
oh, oh.
What's wrong?
Okay.
What's wrong with that
He's
background? What's
playing.
different?
No,
He was
he's
playing love
playing.
music.
No, Stargate. Stargate. He's playing the "I'm Not Triggs" card. I can
Exactly.
understand it.
Who?
That's fine.
Who?
Oh,
Oh,
okay, JJ. I see what you
that's
did
what
there.
you want. You guys want that one? You guys like that one better?
Yes, JJ.
No, but I found out today that YM doesn't like the robot reference, and so I'm getting rid of this robot altogether.
So you gonna put two
And
lovers on there?
what? That's just another one of my. I got a bunch of screens, bunch
Cue,
of nice
cue violin
setups.
music. Cue violin music. So no, seriously, Stargate. So what happened on Photons Live? Because you're probably aware I was delayed. I would have come over, but I was delayed because of a certain someone who shall remain nameless.
So Al was
Mhm.
had paid. What is this?
Pulp Fiction, really?
So you accidentally push a music button soon when me and Al are on the.
So is that supposed to be? I guess that's supposed to be Triggs or something. Okay, is that supposed to be Triggs or something? I don't know. Is
Yeah.
this supposed to be Triggs or
This thing is
something?
messy.
A
He is very
representation of Triggs.
nefarious.
Oh, okay. Well, all I have to say is if you're using an avatar for me from a Quentin Tarantino movie, I'm always Michael Madsen from Reservoir Dogs.
Ooh.
I make that very clear. Michael Madsen. I think it's Mr. Blonde, I think.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because that's my approach on YouTube. Because that's what when I saw, I was writing an essay for my newsletter. On that was the first one that I did when I started my newsletter, was on Reservoir Dogs, and I was thinking, since I started doing panels again, I was like, I'm actually kind of like Michael Madsen in Reservoir Dogs in the way I deal with people because. Wait, before I get to it, let me just finish this up. Because much like in that movie, Harvey Keitel is screaming and yelling. He freaks out and starts yelling and screaming, and he's like, why are you biting little doggy, or why are you barking little doggy, or something like that. So he's completely calm and he's completely cool, calm, and collected. So go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead with your question. See, it works. I told you, it's a very good technique I use on people.
So Al is playing Jedi mind tricks like Lenny used to do, right, JJ?
Yeah.
Oh, JJ.
Are you talking about Lennon Honor? Lennon Honor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, JJ. It was.
Wait a minute. Is this?
It was
Wait a minute. I haven't heard.
Okay?
Wait a minute. I haven't heard that since I was a kid in the 70s when people used to talk to plants.
Oh my god. Oh no, it was an ant. He told the ant
Oh,
to
no,
leave
no,
his
no, no,
house.
no, no.
It was an ant, JJ. He
What?
told the ant to leave his house. And
No,
then
he's doing it wrong.
the ant
No,
bit
no.
the children. Aida said, if you don't kill the ant, I will. No, it's no. He talked to an ant. It was an ant. Maybe it was. It's possible, JJ. It's possible. It's so
So
crazy that
I
you were in the clouds and we were destined to talk to each other one day. It's crazy. I believe Lennon is hopeful and optimistic. But why was you was there though? You was listening to Lennon though.
You know what's interesting? I did used to visit Lennon's chat sometimes. I do recall that, and I always found him funny. I just thought he was hilarious. He was. I think you guys in the Omar sector don't get Lennon because he was basically making total complete fun of Omar and mocking him and basically satirizing him. Oh, before he was okay. What was he like before Umar? Because I only know him from criticizing Umar. What was he like?
Well, he did always
Oh, you
talk
were in his
about
camp.
having a better financial future. They were very, very poor. And I remember they were very poor. What he They
Oh,
were.
very disagreement.
Listen, he didn't even he couldn't have even put an air conditioner like one of those wall units. Like they were that poor. Like remember when? Sure, sure, sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now you remember the question. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Well, what? But when he got with his
Well,
family,
well, let me. Well, okay.
because
So Lennon went to college. What I had heard about Lennon was he did go to, I think, I don't think it was Cal State Irvine. I don't think there's a Cal State Irvine. There's a UC Irvine because I think so that's probably where he went. I don't know. But when I lived in California, California has like the UC system, which is the top state system, and they have Cal State. So it's not like most states where they only have one state system. Okay. Oh, did he graduate? Wow. Okay.
mm,
Oh, yeah.
that's two different
You know, it's
timelines.
funny
Jay.
because didn't he go back to college? Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
went
went
back
back to college when I watched him. I think.
because he was in college before he met Aida, and then he was in college right before he made the big move. Remember? Or after the big move? No, 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 no. They moved to Utah, and then he got the job, and then the job was like working him too hard. He was gonna quit that job, but then they say, "Please stay, and we'll pay for your college." No, that's how it happened.
Writer,
How do you have? That is exactly what happened.
writer.
He was fixing to quit,
So,
right?
mhm,
He was in Utah, right? Okay, you tell us what happened. You tell us what happened.
okay.
Right. 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 He was doing Umar. He was doing
Hmm.
Umar content before the big move, though. He just wasn't exclusively.
Well, right. Well, well, here's what I will say. When it came to Umar, criticism of Umar, there were, when I first came across it, meaning criticism of Umar, there were three people who were critics of Umar: Anti-Afro Swingalum, Lennon Honor, and a guy called Keyboard Musician. I don't know what happened to that guy. Oh, he did. Okay. That guy was interesting. I kind of like the way that he went after Umar. So those are the three critics of Umar. And Lennon was the funny one. I don't know what Lennon was doing prior to Umar, though. Like, I don't know what he was doing prior, because you guys were talking about that, right? Like, oh, oh. So it's what it sounds like is this. It sounds like he was testing the waters. He does what some YouTubers do. They test the waters. They try this amount of content, see where it goes, and then they go for another kind of content, see where that goes, and then they try something else. And that's what it seems like that happened. So how what I'm curious about with Lennon is, I do want to talk about some other things. I don't want to talk about Lennon all night, but how did he get into Umar? Like, is it personal with him, or is it impersonal and it's more disdain? Because I
Well,
always
a lot
got the
of people was
feeling
talking about
that,
the fact that Umar was raising money and did not know that, and there were certain people that realized that he was raising the money and he was not going to be able to build a school with the amount that he was asking for. And it started with the Maria, I think her name was Maria, but she used Boyce Watkins' platform to express her concerns. And then Umar shitted on her and Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins, I think he got a lot of flack for criticizing Umar, and I think that's where Lennon stepped in because he needed to be uh Umar was in fact somebody that was already dealing with issues from when he was, because I found out about Umar through the Sonetta. That's when I was still uh, with Sonetta at the time. And
oh,
so
and
my
if you don't mind my asking, who's Sonetta?
so Sonetta, remember when people was talking about the conscious community? It's
Yeah,
a
I
black
heard
conscious
about that.
community in New
Vaguely,
York.
yeah, the conscious
It's a
community. Yeah.
it's a just one of the many different sects. So Sonetta had created this, what he was basically, I would say he was like the reporter of all the different sects.
I see. Like, what's his name? Brother Polite?
Like
Wasn't he one of the
Brother
content?
Polite was actually, his thing was, he was one of the sex. His thing was, because he had those wives at the time, and he was
Right,
dealing
right.
with, see, because Polite, he started off as one thing, but then he like ventured off into a couple of other things, but it was more Egyptian, Kemetic ideologies and stuff like that. And then he went into, let's get this money, let's make this money. Um, well, in the beginning, I felt like Polite was trying to portray an image of, let's save our community. It wasn't about let's get this money. I guess maybe he just well, like I said, well, here's the thing. I think his whole thing was to maybe keep that low key, right? And then he just was not afraid to talk about, let's get this money, let's make this money. And he first time he said, okay, so
Uh,
I did not
yeah,
see that.
that's the impression I got. I
I
got that he was money minded because he was talking about liens and all these other kind of things. Go ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
when he started getting into the real estate stuff, that's when I got the side eye on Polite. It wasn't in, so he was starting to do the, and then he was doing the sovereign thing, and then it was like, oh Lord, not this type of, So it was, and then it went to that, and then Umar, when it was, so first it was Polite, then it was Seti, then I would say Umar, but then there was Wesley Muhammad was in the mix, then Melchizedek and Ray Higgins. Oh, wait, hold on. Not what's the,
Melchizedek.
yeah, this is like he represents the nation of Islam.
Oh, the NOI.
Yeah, and then there was Bashir, there was Tahuti. So the black woman is God, and then that was before the young dude. Shit, why I can't think of a name. Young Pharaoh,
So, okay. Yeah, I've heard of him. So you knew this Sonetter, right?
right?
So you knew that guy. Okay. So
Right.
how did you get to know him? How did you
Brother
know this
Minister,
guy? And
Brother
who's
Minister
that?
brought me into this group.
Didn't you just ask me a question before? Okay. Well, what else is new? Okay. Well, no, I don't know Stargate's background. No, because you got to understand, Stargate and wait, Stargate and I don't know Stargate's life. You got to understand, Stargate and I haven't talked before recently. Stargate
Right,
and I hadn't talked in over 2 years.
right.
We never communicated. We never had any dealings with each other. I don't know if people are aware of this.
I think
I
that's what
never
we
knew her
forgot.
information. I don't think I knew her information.
You don't remember Brother
I don't.
Minister Al?
No,
Okay.
no,
See, I think he just forgot.
no. No, I didn't forget. I'm not aware of Brother Minister, so I don't know.
That's the dude I
I
was
don't know
with
your
for
background.
years, Al.
Target, I don't know your
It
background.
was
I
my
don't know your background.
spiritual marriage, and I wanted my spiritual divorce money. We talked about this so many times, but you forgot, and it's okay.
No, I don't remember. No. No. Wait. So what I was gonna say is this. That doesn't ring a bell. What you told me
Okay.
recently when I was on your panel was
Okay.
that after you married, you ate your feelings. So was this the marriage you were talking about, or is there another?
Mm.
Well, I'm not digging deep into her life. I'm just responding to a name that she mentioned. I'm telling her I don't know the name, so that's what I'm with. And I'm also right, but well, well, again, I'm not trying to get personal because she had already told me she ate her feelings. So what I'm trying to do is confirm something
Mm.
or deal with that. That's what I'm doing.
They were so delicious.
Yeah, I was curious about that. Well, actually, it's not.
You're right, JJ. I remember telling Al he needed to open up to the sector.
Right,
Yeah.
but um, uh, but here's the point: if somebody says something and I don't know it, I'm not going to pretend that I know it. I'm going to ask, who is this person or what is that? And that's what I'm doing. So I'm not trying to get personal or anything. I'm trying to just determine this. So that's why I asked because I thought it was fair. So, well, she told me about it. That's why I'm asking, is it the same person or is it different? I understand that, but again, I'm confirming this. What I'm doing is confirming based on what I've been told. I'm not digging into something that just to dig into it. So let me get back to what I was saying before. Um, this brother minister, okay, you were in a spiritual marriage with him, right?
For my own protection, I'm going to shut this conversation down.
Okay.
Because JJ is right. Because JJ's right. Like, I've offered to a lot of myself. And Al, you are one of the people that don't like to talk about their life. So I. Oh, he's gone? Oh, okay. That's crazy. You're right. I keep forgetting. Yeah.
Equally yoked kind of. You see that? You see how it says offline? I love that. Because look, you can set up scenes with people that aren't there, and whenever they tap in, they'll be right there on stage. They don't have to be put on stage. So if he was to
Right.
tap back in, he would fall right into his spot.
Okay.
So you can make scenes ahead of time. So I'm going to
Oh,
pull him off the stage here real quick, and I don't want to be an asshole, but I don't like that the unequally yoked kind of
this is
convo
I did
with
remember.
people that dig and don't want to give.
Right. Do remember asking Al to be more open since a lot of people in the sector was open about some stuff.
Yeah.
But and I
And he
forgot
doesn't
about
have to be. He can be. He can be closed too. Or like, if you're going to be closed, then don't ask people stuff that's outside of what you're willing to answer yourself.
right, right,
Right? I never asked you your middle name because I don't want to know.
right.
Yeah. No. You got to guess.
All right.
Is that you, Al? She can hear you backstage.
Hello.
I'm not going to go back into. So we're gonna get back to where we were, which is what you ducking with this distraction is you ducking this linen heat.
Oh, the linen
So
heat.
I'm gonna get the clips ready for you. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna show you how Lenin really believed the stuff that he was saying, and how the different GoFundMe things where he really went evil, where he was good. When you knew him before Umar stuff, he was a good
Right,
guy.
right.
He didn't become a scammer until the NWA documentary, and
Ooh,
it was him trying to cope, trying to finish it, and trying to do it, and not being willing to ask for help. He moved over into scammer territory which led him to have to do another scam after that to get money to finish it. And that led him to the Umar Johnson content. And eventually he found his way out of it, you know. And now he's back to just doing content. He's no longer, he's been connected to the earth. People know about him. They know about his bullshit. And so now he's just regular Lennon. He's not, he lost his pedestal. So now he's okay.
I
He
don't
still
think,
kept his monetization.
in my opinion, I thought that
Mm.
Lennon was really concerned that his son had cancer. And
No.
you don't
Go.
feel?
Let me tell you how I know. In
Okay.
the short possible way, if the whole time that he was dealing with that, right? Did he tell you? Did he tell any of his people? Did he tell you guys that he had the same kind of surgery when he was in high school?
I don't remember that.
No, exactly. He had the same exact thing that his son had, and he had it removed when he was in high school. The same benign tumor he had it removed, but during the whole cancer thing, he never mentioned it. He acted like he had no idea about what they do in these big hospitals, and he didn't know anything about the CT scan. He became a country bumpkin all of a sudden that didn't understand anything medical, but he had been through all that in high school.
I remember Lennon said, I don't know if it's cancerous, but they do need money for this test.
Come on,
Come
come
on.
on. I don't doubt that you. I don't doubt that you believe that. I don't
Right,
doubt it, but oh, you can hear Al. Let me add you back on stage. Hold on a second. Let me get you back here. Hold on. Turn this off. That. Where does it go? Okay. Put you back in place.
Oh my God, you putting that side by
Uh-oh.
side.
I'm about to mute. You guys go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So what I was curious about was this. Like, what I want to ask was, it sounds like you were skeptical of Lennon. Were you always skeptical of him, or did you become skeptical? I'm curious about that, because I didn't really have an opinion about Lennon much, other than he was a critic of Umar's and that he was his. I don't want to say comic relief, but it was comic relief because I found what he did funny. But go ahead.
Who's that question to?
Oh, I was asking, is it JJ? Yeah,
Okay.
JJ.
Yeah, that's what I thought. JJ, he talking to you. So I guess JJ
Okay.
has left the building.
Right. So I'm curious about, okay, let me just go back a bit. So when you're involved with Sonetta, you found out about Umar because it came up maybe in conversation.
I mean, I was there when Umar showed up to the debates and stuff. So I was there before Umar was there. And then when Umar came along, he was a big thing. But then his child support situation dampered his the light that was in him because Sonetta was going to interview the baby mamas, and then Umar was very strongly opposed to it, and then they fell out, and then because of that situation, and then so Umar was like, I'm gonna make my own conscious community without you motherfuckers, and this is where the school scam came into play.
Oh, so you were aware? Did you meet Umar himself
I never
personally?
met him, but because of Sinetta's always, me and Brother Minister, Sinetta was Brother Minister's friend, and so we would talk to Sinetta behind the scenes, and I actually was telling Sinetta that he needed to. That it was fair because Sinetta was going back and forth whether he should interview the mother. And I was like, it's very fair because I thought he was a family guy. I didn't know he had children out of wedlock. And he promotes family. Like, why are you promoting
Mhm.
family when you have not married either of either of the women that had came forth and basically said talked about their experiences with him. So I felt like if this is just another brother who talks the talk but don't walk the walk, I said I thought it was very fair that he did it, that he interviewed the baby mama, and Umar was mad that Sonetta did. So there you go.
I see. I
And so,
see.
and I remember
Interesting.
Umar was like, "Well, I'm gonna build my own conscious community, and none of y'all niggas gonna be part of it." And he had to, of course, raise money, and I felt like the school was the thing that he did to get the money, or the
I
money he
see.
needed to start his own community. But
I see.
I knew he was gonna fail at it because this was lingering in, like, the fact that you have and on top of that, like, say I'm not telling that you, because I would never tell no dude that they should be in a relationship with women just because they have children with them. Like, if you don't want to be with them, I'm not going to advocate for you to be with them if you don't want to, but you could at least co-parent with them. And Umar
Right.
wasn't
Be
doing that.
responsible for your kids.
Right. And so we didn't even,
Well,
so the
isn't
fact
that what
that,
you're supposed to do, though?
yeah,
That's what a
exactly.
guy's
But
supposed
the
to
fact that
do.
he wasn't even in the lives of these children, that was just a big red flag to me. Like, you could not be in a relationship,
Hmm.
but the fact that you was estranged from the children themselves was a big red flag to me. And because he had went ahead and was like, I don't need none of you dudes from the conscious community. Watch me build my own. But then, and then there was this
Sounds
big
like
thing
Umar.
where
Sounds like
Sonny was
Umar.
like, we made, like, no matter where you go, I made you. And Umar said, I
Mm,
was big before I even came on your platform. And then a lot of people was like, we didn't know you until you came on Sonatta's platform. So
right. Right. No, I see it. So I'm curious. How was it from that point? You knew Umar because you were involved. You were
I
part of
didn't know him
Sunnetter.
personally. I just knew that he was part of the debates. I knew
Right.
Sonetta. I didn't know
Right.
Umar.
Right. So what I'm saying is you're part of Sunnetta's, I don't
Conscious
know,
community. It was
operation
called
group,
the House of Consciousness.
House of Consciousness. Oh,
Mhm.
interesting name. So you're part of that. So I'm interested in where was the leap from you heard of Umar, you're aware of Umar, to the Umar space on YouTube. That's
So
what I'm curious.
he created his own space because he fell out with Sonetta because of the baby mama situation.
Okay. No, no.
His, like, this, and it started with the school stuff. You know, at the time, it wasn't even about the website. It was about him raising money for the school. At the
Mm,
time that Umar was asking for money, he was using the GoFundMe, not no website. I remember the GoFundMe. No. What?
wow. I hadn't heard that. Wow. Oh
There
man.
was a time, because listen, mm,
No, but wouldn't he be the reason if his was it domain name or his, well, what did you say, lab? Hmm. Right. Like, that's why I said with Lennon, is it personal? Because this seems personal to me. This doesn't seem impersonal to me.
But but with the Griff situation, see, me and Lennon. So before he had the Cookie Crush chat, right? Lennon was actually talking to people online, right? And I actually had a conversation with Lennon. I was like, "Now listen, people love Griff. So why are you?" I said, "We understand when you do certain videos about certain people, there's like a rhyme or reason behind it." I said, "But people love Griff. Like Griff is a whole nother situation." And then he said, "I tell you what." So he started doing the videos about. Remember when he said something like he had the homosexual narrative, and the matter of fact, so yeah, so here's the thing. Griff was actually like more upset about the homosexual angle than all the other stuff. Because remember, Griff said his daughters and his or the women in his family started questioning him. So my thing was, I actually told Lennon on the show, you should make yourself available to Griff, because if you're gonna uh what's the word, do this story, because what professional journalists do is like if they are doing a story on them, they invite them in on the story so you can have their perspective. And Lennon was being very stubborn at the time, and he was like, I don't have to do that, or I shouldn't have to do that. And I was like, well, it is your show, but I said, just know that people love Griff, and you're gonna get a lot of flack from this.
In
And
other words, in other words, your point was he needed to interview Griff, or
I
needed to
thought
talk
that
to
because
Griff
Griff asked to speak to him, and I said,
as
Lennon,
a professional, as a former professional journalist. That's why I'm asking, why I'm noting
I
that.
said, if you're doing a story on Griff, I said, and he's asking to speak with you, I think it's only fair you make yourself available, because you are doing content on him, and you have to bring him in. And I remember it was only when Griff threatened Lennon is when he was willing to do it. And
Well,
yeah,
if he, well, here's the he was just a YouTuber. Like he wasn't involved with a news outlet or anything like that. So that's what I'm saying. Right. So that's my point. Right. So that's why I said, if you're dealing with YouTube stuff, eh, you don't have ethics there. Like when I was
it's
right.
street like it
That's a
became.
good way to put it. So when I was a freelance journalist, like there, you got to keep in mind, I had ethical boundaries that I couldn't overlook or couldn't bypass. There were certain things that I was ethically bound to do, and certain things that I had to do, in order to maintain, as someone who was a journalist. But in regards to YouTube and all that kind of stuff, I mean, people will probably say, yeah, you know what? I'll do content on you, but I won't talk to you. I won't have anything to do with you or so forth. So I see your point, Star, that maybe it would be better to sort of get his point of view or get his reaction or talk to him. But
Right.
I'm not surprised that that didn't happen, because YouTube, this is one of the reasons I'm so critical of YouTube. I don't want to get into my speech here, but that's one of the reasons I'm so critical of YouTube is,
You're gonna get it to your speech though. You
yeah,
don't want to, but you will do it though, Al.
the thing about YouTube is unfair. It's biased. It's a rigged house against content creators. And one of the reasons I left YouTube, Oh yeah. Oh, that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, where the real money was being made. And I wasn't on YouTube, of course, but even I knew people were making a lot of money on YouTube, like 2010, 2013, 2014, around there. And then YouTube started its demonetization stuff and tightened up its standards. Good.
It was Ray Tricks After Party too. Yeah, you gonna sing it too? Oh wait, hold on. Let me go. Let me go to it. Let me see what I did. Hold on, because I think I still got it. Hold on. December 12th. Ray Tricks After Party 2. After is actually spelled correct in this one. It was December 12th. Maybe I did. Yeah, because what happens is you can create the live, right? And if you edit it, this back then, what happened was it wouldn't change it. It doesn't like say if you like you say I misspelled it, but then if I correct it later, it doesn't correct in the backup. It's already written. There you go. Right, right. Can you please send it to me, JJ? It says it's 6 hours, 6 minutes, and 1 second long. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, JJ.
So, mhm.
It was 6 hours. That
So
was a 6 hour live that day. Appreciate you. Listen, not only did I appreciate you for this, listen, thank you for bailing me out, yo. Wink, wink.
oh, was that the live?
Keep-
Okay. Was that the live? Photons live? No.
it's photo, photo show.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
live. I'll just say the live.
Keep it low.
Yeah. I'm sure there were lives. I'm sure there were lives.
I'm not a liar. A liar
Man.
would
So I got a question for you, JJ. I got a question for you. I heard what you said about Star. Is that your name, JJ? I hope I got that right. Uh, I heard what you said about Stargate earlier before I came on here. You said that you felt Stargate should be a writer. Now, that got me interested. I've been a writer as of this year, 30 years. So I'm curious. Why do you think Stargate should be a writer? I really want to hear this.
He thinks I make up stories.
Okay, why do you think she is a writer? Because this is the first I've heard anyone say that.
He say I improv too well. Like he said on the fly. Like I'm always making up stories on the fly. I do speak it. JJ is a complete. I don't make up
Yeah, but
lies.
what does that have to do with writing? Like, where does the writing aspect come in? That's what I'm curious about. So you think she's good at creating stories and she should write those down?
JJ,
Oh, okay. Okay.
JJ, acting.
Well, that's different. That's different. Well, I'll be honest. Uh, well, I'm gonna get in trouble if I say this. Oh, improv. Oh, improv. Yeah, that's true. Being able to improv. That is.
What?
Oh, like
No,
she makes up things on the fly.
no, no,
Like
no,
she's
no.
able to. Yeah, but where's the rule of?
It's not. I don't fill in the gap.
Oh,
I connect the dots, JJ. I connect the dots.
okay. We went from writing to improv here, but I'm like, interesting. It's interesting. I'm like, not quite. No.
Is this the first time Al's
Uh,
been on your show, JJ?
yeah,
Wow.
I've never been on his show. I didn't even know he had a show.
Wow.
I didn't even
I'm
know
on
this was
here
a
and
show.
all so I'm on the show, and for the first time ever, Al just happens to be on the YouTube streets and run into JJ of all days.
Well, because I got a notification.
You got a
I
note?
got a notification, and it was like pull. I'm like, what the? What? I said, what the f is
Maybe
this?
it's been going on for about a little bit now. Of all
Yeah,
nights.
I didn't. Well, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I'm looking at this. I'm like, what is this? I'm like,
Oh my
interesting.
god.
Right. So, right. Yeah, that's how I found out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. I don't even know. See, I didn't even know the title. I just saw that you're alive. I didn't even read the title.
I saw the title. That's how I knew. Um,
Well, because Al's name is. There you go.
yeah, Al. I was like, what's this? So, yeah.
Ah! All right.
So,
Well, listen, JJ, this has been so fun talking to you and Al. I have to go to bed,
You're not
so I
niggas.
appreciate you. Wait a minute, what was that, JJ?
You're not niggas.
Did you just put like some kind of sound bite? I heard a sound bite though.
something came up. Something came up. That's something.
Did you hear not Al Lanier? Al Lanier, did you hear a not? Somebody say not. JJ, what was that? JJ? JJ?
Slept in my car. I slept in my car. I slept in my goddamn 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 car.
What is that, JJ?
I slept in my goddamn.
That's a very bad idea. Oh my goodness. It does sound like a drug trade. It does sound like a drug. We are not niggas. Yeah.
You love me? Really? You find me
Culture. She she is a breath of fresh air. Right. I don't know what that is. Right. Right. How much is the like? How many hours can you hold in the cloud? How many hours is that, JJ? How many hours is it? I know. I told you, didn't I tell you I'm running out? And it's a new device. I have like so like is and it's one of those ones where it doesn't come with a CPU. It's built in the monitor. So I think I need to get a CPU. into a hard drive. Okay. So all I need is that's right. I don't need another screen. I just need a CPU. Right. Right. Because some of the wait, I no, I don't have anything stored on YouTube. Like, wait. Let me think about this. Cause no, okay, wait. Okay, no, yeah, but so like, but if I get it flagged, right? So I need to just stop doing content that belong to other people. I get that, but it was the principle, like yeah. And guess who taught me? Sing Dolly. Shout out. She taught me how to right. No, yeah. So here, yeah. So my thing was, she was telling me how to do this, and I was like, Miss Fingal, this just seemed like a lot. I said, I need more storage. She was like, star. She was like, oh my god,
Slept in my car. I slept in my car. I slept in my goddamn car. I slept in my goddamn car. I slept in my goddamn car.
what is he saying? I can't understand what he's saying.
I slept in my goddamn car. I slept in my goddamn car.
And then somebody hit him from behind.
Ah, it's a good time to frost my cake.
Someone thinks your cake is pretty good without frosting.
Sydney, you're in trouble.
But who is he yelling at?
Uh-oh.
Duncan Hines. Our cake
To
so
who?
moist, even unfrosted, the taste comes alive.
He says he couldn't help
What
himself.
what'd you
It's so
say, JJ?
delicious.
He's right.
Who is this? Is this Bill Cosby?
Duncan Hines Light Deluxe 2 and pudding recipe. So moist
Bill
and
Cosby?
delicious, they might not wait till they're frosted.
Ooh, I'ma tell him.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and.
I don't know this. Chico? Who is Chico? Who is Liz?
Don't be discouraged.
I don't know who Chico is.
The man ain't so hard to
What?
All right, it's Jen again. I'm all the way in Sparta, Georgia at the Hancock Memorial Hospital. It's been abandoned since 2001. I'm going to try and go there and explore it for y'all. All right, so I'm in the abandoned hospital. Trying to hurry up because I definitely don't want to get in trouble for trespassing.
No.
All this old stuff still here.
Oh my god.
terrible from my face, Mama.
That's all you need, JJ.
Sister.
Devil dogs are delicious.
May I help you, sir?
If I wanted a Whopper and I asked you to hold the pickles and hold the lettuce, I know I'd get that fast. But would I get to hear you sing?
No, sir.
No?
You'd get to hear us sing. Girls? Ooh, hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, special order down up
Oh my God,
all we ask
what
is
is
that
this?
you let us serve in your way.
All right.
Yeah, we
I never
you brought the
cooked
Whopper
before.
bread with everything on top or any way you think it.
In
From
my
Television
world,
City in Hollywood.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got.
wow. Oh, that's Taxi. I remember Taxi. Yeah. I watched it with my mom and my grandmama and my grandfather. I know. Oh, good times, good times. I would get sad because it's memories.
Picnic time. Pickle. Hot dog.
Whole family.
What's wrong?
I never
Once you try Pringles
black
newfangled potato chips,
family
dear, other potato chips just don't stack up.
Huh?
They're
back
made in
in
a
the
way.
day.
Airtight, all fresh and unbroken. And you get as many
Pringles?
chips as in this big
Yo, I never seen this
bag.
commercial.
Goof.
Mm-hmm. From now on, you go to the store.
Pringles newfangled potato chips. Other potato chips just don't stack up.
Oh, mom?
Picnic time. Pickle.
Father came in? I didn't even.
Potato chip.
Okay, I
What's
see
wrong?
now. I
Once
see
you've
it.
tried Pringles newfangled potato chips, dear, other potato chips just
Ah,
don't stack up.
Huh?
They're made in a way.
I just didn't pick up on it when he first came on. I didn't even register
Devil
the
dogs are
dad had the
delicious, and I'm crazy about them because I love that chocolatey cake and the creamy filling.
Whoa.
I love devil dogs more than Marsha.
Drake's
He
Devil
broke
Dogs
up.
are one of the delicious little cakes from Borden. But don't sing with your mouth
Oh,
full.
he did again. I think. Remember, no, this time of night, Al's service just wouldn't work well. Remember back in the day? It kept going in and like he would always have to hang up and he'll dial back in, but then his service just don't work this time of day. You forgot about that? Crazy. I never saw those. Like I remember commercials like Mikey, give it to Mikey, he likes it. Or no, it was
You had asked a question before? Yeah,
I,
I've heard of
I
it.
was trying to remember Mikey, he likes it. He
Not
likes it.
niggas.
Let me do my Google.
Oh no,
Was it
not that commercial. No, not that commercial. Yeah, it was Mikey.
But what
I
cereal
stand that
was
when I was a kid. Oh, hated it.
is it Life? I
Life
don't
cereal. Yeah,
Life. Was it,
yeah.
let me see. It was you're right, JJ. You're right.
No, you asked the question.
I didn't
Right.
believe me.
No, but you had asked the question.
I
No.
actually got Life
Before I got
cereal
kicked out, I had got what is it?
I thought it was Wheaties. I thought it was Wheaties. Oh, leave me alone, JJ. Leave me alone, JJ.
Yeah, it's Life cereal. It's Life cereal. Yeah.
I thought it was Wheaties.
Yeah, no. You asked the question. Wheaties. Eating that one every day. So You had asked the question before. Sorry, this thing kicked me out, but you had asked the
Yeah,
question
I'm
before.
nervous
What was your
because
question,
like
TJ? Okay.
that happened.
Oh, okay.
That
I
happened.
tried. That's all I can say. Well, I was going to say something, Stargate. I was going to say something, Stargate. I told you this before, but what I was going to tell you, I told you that because your channel got struck, your other channel got struck, that, and you were telling me about your business, right? Because you're in massage. Is it massage therapy or you're masseuse? I want to
Mm-hmm.
get it right.
Massage therapy.
Okay, massage therapy. When I was saying that, I was saying I think you should do like a massage therapy channel. Like you should make a new channel and do like a
Yeah,
massage therapy or
I
massage
know a lot of
business
people.
channel.
Darrell told me to do it, but when we first was cool, like when we never before we ever fell out the first time, Darrell told me to do it, but I was like, I'm not
Oh,
interested
he
in
did.
This is Harlem,
massage
motherfucker. The
content.
only
Like
motherfucking
it
piece they
doesn't.
understand
Well,
up
the
here is
reason I
9
say that,
motherfucking millimeter. This is the flavor that they savor up here, neighbor.
JJ, you ain't shit.
the reason I say that now is, I didn't know Darrell told you that. The reason I say that now is because of what happened to your channel. And I'm like, you had said you wanted to like go in a new direction and stuff like that. And I was like, you might want to try that because like, how long have you been doing massage?
I know I'm not
Purely because
interested in doing.
you all made a mistake.
I'm just overreacting. I'm scared to go live. I'm scared to go live.
Well, he threw 2 strikes at her, so that's serious. So, you can't play games when you got 2 copyright strikes.
Right. This is true. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Because
That's why I said I think you should do a massage.
I'm too lazy to start over. It's a bit starting over. Like Trig.
No, you're not doing the same thing. You're doing something new because you haven't. This is more professional business, and the reason I say that is in my YouTube video,
Al,
where I talk about people getting off of YouTube.
I'm not professional, Al.
But that's your business. No, but that's your business.
Here to socialize.
No. But you're. Yeah, but Stargate. That's your business, right? That's what you do. So what I'm saying is,
who wants to put their business on the internet? Yeah, thank you, Jake.
like everybody, like that's how you conduct business is through the internet. That's how you do it. You have a YouTube channel for your business. You have a Facebook channel for your business. You have Twitter and all that. That's how businesses do things.
I want to have fun on the internet. I don't want to work on the internet.
Well, I'm not saying you should work. I'm saying you have a channel, you upload some videos about your business, and then you take it from there. I'm not saying you should work on YouTube. Have a channel where you talk about your business and massage therapy and all that, and let it do. You don't have to make a lot of videos. You make a few and see how well they do.
Video. Al. I don't want to do one video. I don't want to.
Hey, I'm trying to give you a suggestion. I'm trying to give you a suggestion of something else to do because what I'm saying is,
you, Al.
I saw a little. Here's what I will say. I saw a little of the live. I'll just say the live.
A little bit of it, yeah. Yeah, JJ, a little bit.
I saw a little. No, actually, I saw maybe 45 minutes. So that's a little. So what I'm saying is, he's obviously serious about going after you. I mean, no, he is.
I think he wants to be serious, but
He struck her channel, and he struck other people's channels. So,
Yeah. Years.
the lawsuit no. I'm not talking about the lawsuit. I don't take that seriously. I'm like, Alan, first of all, this is a guy, when you were on a previous live, he was trying to give you tips on your massage business. And I'm like, and when I was on a panel with him, I said, Alan, you have a failed business. And he was trying to, I had to shut it down because of COVID.
It's a profession.
I said, right. No, they don't like each other. No. Well, what I said with Alan was like, how can you give anybody advice on a business when you're not even in that business anymore?
I'm
You're in the business failed.
Failed at
Like,
his.
how are you going to tell her she needs to improve in her massage therapy business when you're not even in massage? And this guy's a longshoreman and a massage therapist. I'm like, talk about two great tastes that don't go together. Like, you're exhausting your body, and then you're going to give people massages.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like, this is ridiculous. Actually, I'm not criticizing him on whether he's. Well, first of all, I'm not criticizing him on whether he's a longshoreman. I'm saying he said that he was a longshoreman. Excuse me.
But I think it's
what I'm
not
saying
hard
is,
to do
he
that.
was trying to give her advice on massage therapy when he's no longer in the massage therapy business. No, he doesn't. Not anymore. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm saying he had a failed business. I told him his business failed. I'm like, he's not in any position to tell her anything about massage therapy. That's what it is.
Right.
No, Starry was going to say something. Go ahead.
Because I love how Al's like, hold on, JJ. Hold my beer. Star's fixing to talk.
Yeah, but actually, it wasn't really an argument. But it wasn't really an argument. He was trying to give her advice about her business. It wasn't an argument. Oh, that's a different story. That's a different story. I'm sure he's mad at her because of that.
Yeah.
Well, Alan.
Right.
Well, that may be right. Well, that may be right. That may possibly be right. But what is motivation? If you can read his brain, that's fine. I don't want to go anywhere near his brain. I don't want to go anywhere near his brain. And neither does anyone else. Well, you can't go near his brain because there's no brain in there. It's empty. It's true. He's empty. Yeah, he's empty. He's empty. That's right. Thank goodness.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness. Whew, thank goodness. Wow.
Thank God, Al.
Thank goodness. But no. My history don't have a history. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I'm making a point. I'm making a conversation. I'm making a comment, and I have a right to make a comment.
Right.
I do. I can say anything.
That's right. Evie Muck.
There's rights in this country. No rights. Please. What? Are you a fan of Alan? Why are you defending Alan?
Equal yoke.
I don't know what that means. There's no such thing. There's no such word. Well, that's what I'm saying about Alan. He has no basis for what he's saying. Actually, I'm not taking a side. I'm making a comment, and my comment was he has a failed business, and he's no longer right. Well, actually, it is my answer, and I'm sticking to it. And what I'm saying is, it's what's rich is it's funny that somebody who's no longer a masseuse or a massage therapist is going to tell her how she should conduct her business. Oh, you need to do this. Your business, you're not in that business anymore, guy. So you're not really in a position to talk. I'm a retired journalist. I'm still technically a writer. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where'd you get that? Oh, wait. Hold on. Where did you find that out?
Ooh, JJ.
Yeah, really. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, how did you find that out? Ghost. Oh, the Ghost.
You talking about
Yeah.
when me and
TV
Ghost
show?
were on the same live? Oh no, the BBC one. Or
Which one? The BBC or the CBS version?
Both of them.
Okay. Okay.
You got sucked off.
Look, but no. You said I'm a ghostwriter. How do you know that? Have you? No. I'm not talking about whether you know me or not, or you've heard of me. I'm like, how did you know I was a ghostwriter? That's not an answer. Because I'm like, I don't go around saying I'm a ghostwriter. Well, no. I first of all, well, look, I don't know how you found out I was a ghostwriter, but I asked you, you didn't want to tell me. I'll leave it at that. But no, I don't recall describing myself as a ghostwriter. As a writer, yeah. No, I don't recall describing myself as a ghostwriter. No. As a writer and journalist, yeah, but not ghostwriter. Hmm. Well, the difference is I'm still a writer. So I would give advice as an active writer. Uh, if they asked me, if they inquired of me, yeah, sure. Well, yeah, if they asked me, sure.
The masseuses. Get it right. It's the
Is
masseuses.
this the point you wanted to make? Is
The
that the
masseuses.
point you wanted to make a massage off? Oh, no. That's a bad taste. That that is in bad taste. That's in bad taste. That is just in bad taste. Yeah, you should be ashamed of your. You
That's
should be
right.
ashamed
Gotta
of
drape
yourself.
properly.
You know
Excuse me, sir.
what? 20 on 10 on what
Excuse
commentary?
me. What have you ever seen a massage video with somebody's crotch in the camera? She had on. Listen. If that woman, if that woman knew that Alan did not drape her in a more professional way, and there was a better way that she could be draped, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. I'm sure. Listen, Is he close?
I
Like
doubt
you're
it.
not. You hear? Did you like? I played a. Listen, he said he don't fuck with black women. He don't. So why would he be friends with this black chick when he don't fuck with black women? Professionally, personally, or friendship wise. It's not disconnected. No, we're talking about if he don't fuck with black women. What video? Where he said he don't fuck with black women? They weren't pants, dude. Why don't you pull it up, JJ? I'm sure you got it. Why not, oh, you gonna send me two different? Yeah, that's cool. But my thing was, so with him disrespecting black women from the time he got into the sector, him and his homeboy, and the fact that his homeboy named Larry. So, uh, and the fact that he said, they actually talking about like his homeboy Larry called his wife a bitch. Like their view on women is very negative. Binary is black. Binary is black. What are you saying? Alan is a self-hating black, but Alan is a self-hating black who has a very negative view on women. Do you think so? No, he. So anytime,
I wouldn't contrast binary with
so
Alan
listen,
Logic.
so listen.
That's
When
not a
binary
comparison.
started
That's
going
not a
in,
contrast.
so so
Yeah, that's the
binary
problem. You
had
are doing it.
issues.
I don't agree with that. No, I would say I just wouldn't compare those two together. I don't even think it's comparable. I don't think it's comparable. Why would I remember whether people know me or not? That's not I don't have to. I don't actually I know that I'm a ghostwriter. First of all, I First of all, I know that I'm a ghostwriter. What I asked you is, how do you know that I'm a ghostwriter? And you didn't give me an answer. No, because I don't know. No, I don't know you. I don't know how you know that I'm a ghostwriter. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking about the intricacies of binary code. I'm saying comparing those two are not. It's not a good comparison. So I'm just stating my opinion. Alan, right? That's what I'm saying. So you think they're the same?
So have binary ever said that he would uh, have no listen to me have binary because you always wait a minute. Hold on, where's my
Well,
okay.
he's playing the contrarian. I see what he's doing. He's
So
playing the
have
contrarian. He's playing
binary
the devil's
ever
advocate.
uh, talked
No,
about
no, you're playing that. You're playing that.
binary never came on the internet saying I'll fuck your wife if you want me to. Like they actually were sexually degrading his wife. And so when did
Alan Logic.
binary sexually degrade somebody? At the sex party? Is that what you're trying to bring up? The sex party? No, because you're trying to bring up the sex party like he was a predator. And then people started calling him a child predator because of your video. No, I'm saying that's what people accused him of, and that's when he started having. So it wasn't that binary came in attacking women or black women. The women started attacking him because he was critical of their behavior, of things that they were doing or saying in the sector that deserved criticism. So no, so listen, when
What did the writer
me and
say?
Binary and Identity, think about this. When me and Binary and Identity started doing shows together, did we just come in the sector talking about women? No. We were talking about, I said, when me and Identity and Binary came into the sector together as when we came
How
into
would
the
you know
sector
that?
as Code Fam, when we came into the sector as Code Fam, when we represented as Code Fam, does
Hey,
that
watch your
better?
mouth. Who are you telling to be quiet?
When we represented
No, no, no.
as
You don't
Code
need to get
Fam, because we
nasty.
were before there was Code Fam, we were individuals. When we came together in the sector as Code Fam, because I'm saying it correctly, because we were here individually, but we wasn't together as Code Fam. When we did shows, we actually did shows about movies and stuff, where everything started going. Come on, JJ. When we started getting into it, when we started binary, listen, when we started getting into it, JJ, when I'm sorry, when me and Binary, because there was a lot of women that were in the sector that was coming at me and Binary together, and I was actually very protective of, because I said Binary trolled a lot, and I knew it, so I actually no. What about before then, JJ? What about before then?
Oh,
JJ,
see,
what about before
yeah.
the
Now I
situation,
see what's going on here. Now I don't see what's going on here.
before the Binary with Coffee, before Binary shared the story? Uh, no, we were co-fam at the time. He was doing Morning with Coffee by with him and Identity. They were doing and I couldn't do the morning shows. Oh my God, JJ, would you quit talking to me in the chat?
What's he saying in the chat?
You know what happened was I started getting into one of the arguments with one of the women because of a situation that happened on Smoke's channel. When that happened, there was this domino effect, and then all the women tried to band together to what correct me about me defending myself. And that's what that whole situation. And so Binary started criticizing the women for coming at me for no reason. And there was even some dudes, let's call them the good guys. They were coming after me too. So what started happening, you don't remember the good guys? Are you saying you don't remember the good guys? Let's call them the good guys. They started coming after me when me and Smoke fell out. And then okay, so what happened was this is what happened. Binary criticized the women and the good guys for coming at me, and when Binary was protective of me, a lot of the women started accusing me and Binary of having some type of an affair. And then it went from, oh, okay, y'all are just sick. And I really didn't even pay attention to it. And then when we started having when it was it and I think it all came to a head when Carrie, when Al called Carrie a deep throat, and then Nikki tried
I
to
will.
come up to
I called who? Wait. I called who? What? No, I don't recall that. Go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Star. What did I
yeah.
say? Because I don't recall that.
It all came to a head when Carrie, well, I'm sorry, Al called Carrie a deep throat, And I said, well, if she didn't throw her throat,
No, I don't recall calling
but the
anyone a
fact
deep
that
throat.
she came into the sector criticizing people too, so it's like he made a joke and it was very
Deep throat.
harmless because she liked to make jokes at people too. So my thing is, if she's
Trying to remember.
had the ability to call people names, she didn't want people calling her names. And the fact that I'm telling you, it all came to a head when me and Carrie fell out. Because that's when binary started taking up for me more. And then because she called me a bird on her panel. Remember that? So we was talking about the communist stuff, and then I said, well, then the samurais, and then yeah, all of that. Right. No, I actually was like, let me go. I said, she's a new woman in the sector. Let me go give her my support because I was all about the women having a very positive. I would go to Vita V show. I went to Transcript show. So any women that went live, I felt it was important to support women. That was my whole thing. Mm.
A
No,
narrative
she tried to
sense
come.
and a really
She
that
came at
doesn't make any
me.
sense.
She came at me,
That
JJ.
doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so when she came on LV show, right when we were doing the debates, but I didn't pick a fight with her. But I did not go there to pick a fight with her. I asked her a question. I said, "What would be the proper terminology for a ninja or a samurai?" Or some I said something to that effect. I said, "I don't know the
So
term." You look at you in the avatar, right? Right. I asked her a question because I felt like she was smart, but I didn't like it when she used her intelligence
really,
against people.
that's
Yeah.
not the impression I get of her. It's not the impression I get of her.
No, I did not. No. No, when somebody uses their intelligence, no, listen to me, JJ.
See?
When somebody uses their intelligence against another person, she
Leave me alone.
no. Here's the
I'm listening to something. Leave me alone.
okay. So
Leave me alone.
I knew at that point
Why are you
she had some
bothering me?
type of degree. I didn't know it was whether it
So if
was
you're going to say
undergraduate degree or a math.
I'm
At the time, I
listening to
didn't know she had
something,
a
leave me
master's.
alone.
I just knew she went to college, and so but when she came into the sector, she had this. Well, I don't know if I should even do a debate with you guys because whoop de whoop de whoop, la da 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 da. I'm smarter than you guys. And so it's like, why would you look down on people that you just met? And if you don't want to be here, why even be here? Because she was trying to prop herself up. Right. I actually talked to, matter of fact, I talked to YM about it in the chat rooms. No, I did not go. I actually wanted to be engaged in the conversation because no, she was live and said, "Oh, let me." No, I went there to have a matter of fact, because when I first came on the panel, I said, "Oh, thank you for welcoming me, but y'all go ahead and finish the conversation." Okay, so my thing is, so here's the thing: she got upset with me because she was throwing shots at me before I even questioned why she was coming down on me. She was not being. She was throwing shade. She was throwing shots at me. Come on now, JJ. I know you got the video, JJ. I
Why do
got
you
the. You,
keep
of course,
saying
you
that?
know I got the video.
Why
I
do you
done
keep
played
saying
it a
she's a
hundred
writer?
thousand times.
That's the
But
strangest
my
thing I've
thing is,
heard.
a lot of people felt like I went over there to fight with her, and that's not true. I actually went over there to. I was like, oh, okay, let me go over there and support her. So, and that's what I did until she started throwing shots at me. Because if you listen carefully before she came at me, I was like, Carrie, don't you think that's kind of rude? Because like, if you're gonna ask me a question, and she was like, yeah, Stargate, you're right, I'm sorry. And then she was very apologetic because she can be very abrasive. But then she doesn't like to be questioned about her technique or the way she come off. And so she just got tired. She got tired of holding the facade of that she's compassionate, and she came into the sector to be like, I'm not writing because this is what she said. She said she was compassionate.
He keeps trying to turn you into a writer. It's fascinating to me. He keeps
She
trying to turn
said
you
that she
into a
was
writer.
compassionate. She said she was compassionate, JJ. I played the part where she told Deacon Young that she's compassionate, and she's not. She's not compassionate whatsoever. Like, why are you fronting? You're
I
not
think.
compassionate. Be yourself.
Wait, look,
Be the
look.
abrasive person you are. But I feel like you should only do it if somebody's being abrasive with you. And I wasn't doing that with her. She
Look,
started shooting shots at me first. JJ, I am mad that you're remembering this incorrectly. That's what I'm
What
mad
does it
at.
matter now?
In this moment,
What's the
I'm
big
mad
deal
at
now?
you
If they don't like each other, they don't like each other.
for memorizing it incorrectly. But I'm not like coming at you. I'm upset, but I'm not coming at you, right? Or do you feel like I'm attacking you?
I don't know where he
JJ,
went.
do you feel attacked, JJ?
I don't know what
JJ.
happened. He
Hmm.
left.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Personally, to me, it's the past. You don't like her. She doesn't like you. You had an argument. What's the big deal?
I got
Oh,
kicked
there
out of my
it
own studio.
is. You kicked yourself out?
I'm using my MacBook and I got it tilted to the side, and so when I touched the touchpad, it actually sent the wrong command, so I got kicked out.
Oh, okay. So there you
Oh, look,
go.
you calmed down. So you
Do
said I
you
was
feel like
remembering
I
correctly?
attacked you?
No,
I
no,
think you did that on
no,
purpose. So
I
I can
didn't,
calm down.
I didn't say you attacked anybody. I'm just saying that the way you remember it is the way you remember it. The way I remember it is the way I remember it. So it's
No,
not
I
incorrect.
never came at
Just that I'm from
who
the
attacked
audience
you first?
watching, and
Who
you're on
attacked you
stage. It's a
first?
different thing.
Who
No,
attacked who
I'm not.
first?
No, 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 no.
Because
That's not the
you're still
question.
coddling her though.
No, that's not the question.
You're still
Who,
coddling Carrie.
coddling? How you coddle somebody from the chat?
You're doing it right now.
How so?
So
By having
she
a different
shoots shots
recollection
at
than you?
me. She
Huh?
actually. Okay, did she not look down on me when she said
No, 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 no. What was the
reverse?
original question? What was the original question?
The original question was, do you
How did we
feel?
end up on Carrie?
Well, you
We
brought
weren't
this
talking
up.
about Carrie at all. No, no, we weren't talking about Carrie at all.
You brought it up the fact that when I went to her channel, you was like,
No. I brought that up after you've been talking about Carrie, but we weren't talking about Carrie at all.
I wasn't talking about Carrie. You brought up the fact that I went to her show or her panel that
Come
day.
on. Come on now.
I said no, and I wasn't talking about Carrie. I said it all came to the head when me and Carrie got into it on her show about because
You talking about
binary
the women and you.
the women coming out, yeah, because when
Right.
binary protected me,
Correct.
and then he didn't don't do that, Judge. Don't do that. Because what happened was Nikki felt like she had the right to criticize Al for calling her deep throat, but she didn't criticize Carrie for throwing her throat at Photon's dick. So Mm-mm. No, that I mean that's basically what happened. We were actually we were talking about I was y'all you were trying to say that binary is was coming into like he was attacking the women in the sector and that's not true. He got attacked for protecting me. He got attacked for protecting me. His no. He criticized somebody that did something to him. I know he was calling Miss Bengali a girl. What did Miss Bengali do at the time that, they was going back and forth? Did we know what she looked like? He wasn't talking about black women. Him and Miss Bengali were going back and forth. And he wasn't so binary didn't have a general or negative view about black women. Happened he does not. He does not. Well, so okay, so we're gonna agree to disagree. So
That's agreeing
so
to
we
disagree.
disagree. We're agreeing to disagree.
Precisely.
We are agreeing that we disagree. Well, listen, we
In
have a
other
difference of
words,
opinion. Is that what
in
you
other
want? Is that
words, you
better?
just disagree.
We just disagree.
You just
So we
disagree.
don't have to go in circles. So my thing is,
Nah, I don't think so.
he doesn't have a negative view on black women. That is, I really truly believe that. So, so when I see women, yeah, listen. My thing was, so a lot of people felt like they should come at me. Listen, I knew Binary was an asshole when I got into this whole. So y'all not gonna sit up here and act like I got into this thing. I got into this thing with Binary eyes wide open because I felt like I could be a good influence on Binary, on his trolling ways, on his like he could be an irritating troll. So, and identity was like, yo, this is gonna be the content. You're gonna try to make Binary a better person. He said, this is the content. Cause I was like, I don't even understand why y'all want me to be a part of this group. And identity say start is he said, trust me, it's just gonna work. He said Binary's asshole. Identity was like, Binary's an asshole. Star thinks he could change him. And this he said this is gonna be great content. And so it ended up being great content. We were one of the hottest
Well,
groups
as
in the
content, yeah,
sector.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
So
But you
so
can
I
never
knew so
reform a
I
troll.
knew going into this situation, Binary told me he's not gonna protect. Guess what? He ended up protecting me anyway, even though he said he wasn't gonna do it. And there were times that he didn't, but then there were times that he did. So my thing was, I feel like I did have a good influence because I know for a fact that Binary ended up caring for me in like a sister type of way, right? Where he felt like he naturally wanted to protect me from the negativity from the women that was coming at me in the sector. So now it did get the women were coming at me for no reason, JJ. There was no reason for them to come at me. And then when I criticized their negative behavior, just like I criticized the men's, I criticized Binary and identity. And so a lot of people are forgetting of what? Of what? Me criticizing Binary and identity? That was Binary's content that he took down.
Wow, you know a lot about that sector, don't you? Man, you got videos up the yin yang.
I never had a video where I said misogynistic for boys. I would say that on binaries, like on the show, on his show. Please find it. Please find it, JJ, and let me know. Because if I talked about binary and identity, we mostly was on binary's panel. Because remember, I would call binary misogynistic fuckboy, and I said identity was a misogynistic fuck. And then we even had an argument about him being chauvinistic or I said he's chauvinistic and misogynist.
But
No. Oh no. Only okay, so my thing is if the women were accusing him of doing things um
I'm not talking to anyone.
just because he criticized their behavior on YouTube, it doesn't give him the right. Cause like, cause I mean, cause remember Brian Sugar Babe called him a predator. Carrie wanted to lock him up. Listen, predator with with the children, with his students. You think he preys upon his students? Do you think that was a fair assessment? Because this she said it. Okay, because you want
I
to
gotta,
forget what the
guys, I
women
gotta head
said
off.
about
So see you
binary.
guys later.
Bye,
Thanks for
Al.
having me.
Have a great night, Al.
You too.
So what did he do that preyed upon the students? You said that it was true. No, you said because I said Brown Sugar Babe called him a predator, and that's not fair. Because she felt like he was a predator. She actually said that she was going to do a report on binary, and she had an expert. Okay, so you're forgetting the conversation him and QT had, where QT and him was saying, "Don't you think you use your kids as bait?" And he was like, "No," because in the beginning he was like, "I didn't use my kids as bait." So she said, "Well, don't you think people could look at it that way?" He was like, "Oh, okay, I can see how you can look at it that way." And I'm gonna fall on my sword here. So no, no, I'm not gonna no because no, JJ. Do you remember QT and him actually having a conversation? But I don't listen. Binary did not use his kids as bait. Listen to me. You're taking that part because QT said you didn't have to agree with me. Did you hear that conversation between him and QT? Because QT actually had a conversation with him, and she said, "Well, don't you see how people?" He did not. He did not. We can stop talking about it. We can talk about something else, JJ. The women were wrong. He criticized them. Binary has the right to criticize women who criticized him in the current store. And that doesn't mean that he has a negative view of black women. He responded negatively to women who were negatively uh, going after him. So I mean, we can end it right there. We can end it right there. Whatever, sir. Whatever, sir. What's up, P? P in the chat. I was supposed to go like an hour ago. I gotta go. Yeah, I do. I do. Listen, listen. Don't you talk shit on binary. You forget a lot of things. You overlook a lot of the stuff that the women did to him, though. I think it's very convenient that you forget about what the women did to him. Mm. Listen, I ain't got time. Listen, we gonna have this. JJ, I will come back and we can challenge each other on this. I do. I do. I do. I do. Okay. He's not damaged because a lot of people heard the story in different sectors and they understand how a lot of people threw swept what the women were doing to him under the rug. But you the one who's sitting up here you're forgetting what the women said and did to him. He doesn't have a negative view on black men. And so my thing is that and then what happened was, so my thing is nobody even was like trying to cancel binary until you did that. Because they forgot they were they forgot that this story was no, no. I don't know what debate are you talking about? Debate? Did Speak Easy play the whole video in context? Did Speak Easy play the whole video in context? No, that's you have to. It's real, JJ. It's real. No, no. What I'm trying to get you to see when the sector started going in on him at it was when your chopumentary became highlighted because like you say if you did it 10 days after he did it but nobody in the sector knew about it until 6 months later it became an issue because binary was very successful at criticizing the women in the sector for the bullshit that they were doing in the sector because they felt like they should not have to be criticized for their bullshit. I'm sorry you feel that way, sir, but that's no, you're a talented forgetter. You're a talented forgetter. You're a talented forgetter. You're a talented forgetter, JJ. Listen, I was there. And you know, QT was always trying to cancel Binary for going at Mac. QT did it to go QT, you know what QT actually apologized to Binary. She said you should have never even agreed to it. Because QT realized what she did was she did. She actually apologized to Binary. This was the same chick who said that I had what's that dude, big man on the panel with my daughter talking about sex. And then she said, I never said that. But it's true. But it's true. But it's no, it's related to her character. And then the women's character, what they did was they ganged up to try to come at me and binary. So I mean, listen, yeah, they came at me and binary. They did come at me in binary for no reason. So they started attacking us. Absolutely. And for no reason. For no reason. And there you go. And you would defend yourself. Yeah, I know. You would do it too. But nobody attacked you. I mean, come on. That was a troll move. Did I attack you, JJ? Did I attack you, sir? Did I attack you? Oh, I didn't say hack. He asked for access to my computer. Was you smiling, JJ? Or did you create chopumentaries that make binary look like a predator? Okay, but you created a. So my thing was I actually didn't know about it until like way after. I didn't know about it. I swear to you, I never watched it. I swear to you. I swear to I heard about it later, like much later. I didn't know about it. No, because my thing is that uh, um, people were hopping on board and trying to attack binary and calling him a predator, and I like because you understand that whole okay, because QT said, "Don't you think that you use the kids as bait?" And Binary said, "I can see how you could think that." And then, like I said, JJ, I didn't know. Right? Yeah. So I actually didn't even know it was 10 days apart that you actually did it later. So my thing was it didn't become critical because a lot of people was upset that me and Binary was successful at criticizing these subhuman females in the sector, their subhuman behavior. So that's basically what it was. I mean, come on. 'Cause- well, you do you, sir. Yeah, you do you, sir. Oh yeah, I'm so glad I had. Oh, no parameters, no rules, no rules. All right, Jay. Yeah. Well, this was unproductive, but I appreciate your company, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I'm here. Can you hear me?
Just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt roll, thinking how it all looks hand me down. Good times, yeah. Good times, keeping your head above water, making a way when you can. Temporary layoffs. Good times, easy credit rip-offs. Good times, ain't we lucky we got 'em? Good
You're not niggas. You're not niggas. You're not niggas.
What you gonna do now? Just how far will you go? Your mask is coming down. Thought no one would ever know. When all along you covered all that you were up under a mere disguise and wanna play the victim. You were always undercover. You never were my lover. That's why you try to save yourself like I'm the villain. Let's give you a round of applause, 'cause you put on a good show for everyone, almost everyone, 'cause I'm not amused at all. No, no, no. You can't fool me anymore, anymore. Oh, you thought you were up, or you were in disguise. Then you wanna go and play the victim. You were always undercover. You were never. That's why like I'm the villain. Hey, you lied on me. You switched up sides on me. You point your fingers, placing blame when you're the biggest enemy. And your life is not on me, so don't take it out on me. Let's just agree to disagree. 'Cause soon you'll see it wasn't me. Oh no, no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, 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 no. 'Cause I'm not the villain. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, oh no. You chose to all that you were, yeah, up under. When you wanna play and play the victim, you were always. No, you were never. That's why you try to save yourself. Like I'm feeling you under. Wanna play like you're the victim. Oh no, no. You never were mine. Save yourself like I'm the villain. Oh no, I'm not the villain here. So which one does that make you the victim? Or are you the? Oh, you gotta make up your mind now. Are you the? Are you the? Which one you are? You be frontin' like you're the, when really you're the. Hey, girl, you know in your heart that I'm not the. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm not the villain.
You're not niggas.